9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hello everyone,
Hey.
welcome to a new episode of Stadium Connect North. So today guys, we don't have any news, so we're gonna end it here. I'm so sorry, it's all we had, so.
Yeah, that's it. We have our special guest co-host. Now, this is episode 13 of Stadium Connect North, and it's been a fitting afternoon. Restream, the service we use for broadcasting here, has been having issues. They're back up and running, but it looks like they're still having some issues. I could see, like in the chat, I can't see in my little overlay here on the right any of the chat that's going on. And we have a special ghost
a
co-host here,
co-ghost,
a
a co-ghost,
co-ghost, a
yeah.
co-ghost as we. Hopefully,
No.
everybody can hear as we hear. Usually, he'll show up as an icon on the screen, but for whatever reason, it's not there. Maybe just a few glitches from the bug. But
Yeah.
here we are, episode 13, Stadium Connect North. Happy Friday, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to the weekend.
Yeah, exactly. So I lied. I'm sorry. We have a lot of stuff to talk about today.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be a regular long episode. But before we start, I'd just like to say hello to everyone that's in the chat. We got Metal Wolf, Squids,
Mm-hmm.
Exception, Four Scars, Ben Jacobs, Daniel White, Zarina, K,
Yep.
and PyCon. Did I say PyCon Fusion yet? No, I did.
Yep.
I didn't.
I
PyCon
think
Fusion.
Pycon was there earlier, yeah, and
Ah,
and in lead
yeah,
is
and
there as well.
AH,
Yeah.
and we
Oh
got
wow.
Fletch.
AH. Yeah.
Lots of people. Very
Fletch.
nice.
Yeah. Look, there's a ghost as we in there too.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Whoa, so
yes.
creepy.
Yeah.
So John, what have you been up to this week?
Oh boy. Well, I've been playing some PUBG. We know that went free to play. Had some streams with a stream of PUBG playing along. We actually got Lewis from Discord the first time ever. He got
What?
on. Yep, he got on Discord chat. Was playing with Lewis. So it was myself, Lewis, Death Alive, and Happy Pipes.
That's a good crowd.
Yeah, it was so fun and hilarious. And then we had some Super Animal Royale. Lewis played that as well. His brother played after him. So this week has just all been about multiplayer and having fun and loads of fun.
Nice, very nice. What about you, Aswi? What have you been up to?
I haven't actually been gaming a ton this week, but the little bit that I did do was I am on the final chapters, finally, of Judgment, and I
Oh,
did get
Oh,
Lost Judgment, not on Stadia,
mhm,
for Christmas, so I need to jump on that.
mhm.
So that's on the list, and then I did actually try out Bloodstained, which is the one of the
Oh,
pro games this month, and
yes. Yeah.
runs beautifully.
Mhm.
Gonna definitely scratch that Metroidvania itch, so I'm excited to get more into that.
yeah,
Awesome.
definitely. And myself, I've been playing some Octopath Traveler. I'm still on my journey to finish this game. I'm on my ninth stream now, so it's
Oh,
getting there.
wow.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah, it's getting
Wow.
there. And other than that, I usually I play 9 to 5 when I have some free time. I jumped on Super Animal Royale with John this week, which was very
Yep.
fun.
Mhm.
Vivi was there too, which
Yeah.
it was a really fun time.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah. I love just playing these, especially these free to play multiplayer games, because that way it just drops the barrier even further. We had a Jackbox Party Pack 6 stream I did earlier this week
Oh.
as well. Loads of fun. You don't have to own the game, just join the chat. And Lewis played on that as well. It's all about Lewis this week on my streams, and telling he's, just
Hey,
getting
he's
to
right
know
there.
Lewis. Yeah. Oh, is Lewis in the chat?
He is in the chat. So what's up,
Oh,
John?
Oh wow.
bonjour, Lewis. Comment ça va?
Yeah. So maybe we can get it on this show too,
Oh,
right?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
We'd love, Lewis, we'd love for you to come on sometime. Remember, you got to keep it PG, nice, clean language, just like the streams. And you can tell us all about your gaming adventures and maybe even your brother, Carl, as well. That would be awesome.
Yeah, definitely.
Yep.
All right. So this week, so usually on our show we start with the news, but this week we actually something special for you guys. What as we did actually, we're gonna commend as we here. He built up a list of all of the games that are coming in 2022, and we're just gonna talk about it, talk about the list, talk about what are our most anticipated titles, and also like it's a list of coming games for 2022, but we also have a few in there that like it's just speculation. We're not sure if it's coming to 2022, but it's expected, to be in 2022. Just to let you know, guys. So you know what?
Oh, so I I apologize. I don't want to cut
Yeah.
you off here.
Oh,
I want to help. I saw the bots already advertised it. I think that we should mention it too.
hmm.
No,
This guy named NinjaGuy X,
no idea who
PLA
he is.
Plop, whoever you want to go by,
Never heard of him.
is doing a giveaway here today. $25 Google Play gift card. And in order to enter there, you're going to type in hashtag NinjaGuyX over on my YouTube channel here, so that the bot can register you. And you must have PayPal because NinjaGuyX will be sending that Google Play gift card via PayPal, and it is open to everybody. Is that right? Am I correct in saying that, sir?
Yes. Yeah. Everybody in the
Okay.
world. Yeah, you can participate. $25 Canadian might be in your currency. I haven't decided yet, but at the very least, $25 Canadian. So
Yeah,
go ahead
sounds
and
good.
get into that, and good luck to the winners.
Yep.
So here I have the list, John, of
Hmm.
the 2022 title. If you don't mind sharing my
Oh,
screen.
sure. Certainly.
So
Okay.
we're not going to go through all of them, but what we're going to do, like I mentioned, we're all going to go one by one and talk about our two most anticipated titles.
Hmm.
So we're going to go ahead and start with As We Hear.
Yep. So the one that I want to talk about is the one that's coming next year. It'll be the first, I think, 2022 Stadia game, which is Rainbow Six Extraction from Ubisoft. Um, I'm a pretty I like Siege, but I actually prefer PvE. I always like more cooperation, not necessarily against other people, but just cooperation, solving a puzzle, solving a problem. And what I've seen of this and looks amazing, and I am really excited for it. The alien thing, so you're not doing zombies like a bunch of other games. You're doing aliens, and the one thing that's kind of spooky about it is the fact that you can actually lose your operators. So
Yeah,
if you die, you have to go and recover basically with an operator that you may not have trained up properly to go and save them, which I think is both fascinating and terrifying, which also brings to mind like things like, Sekiro and Dark Souls, where like losing something can be really punishing.
that's cool. And
Yeah.
I think today they released a lore video of Extraction just to keep the hype up, right?
They
So
did, yeah.
that's
And
very
Yes.
cool.
looks
Yeah.
great.
Oh,
Right.
so yeah, you know what? Let's do one game each turn and then go back to each other. Let's do that. So,
Okay.
John, what's one of your title that you're
Well,
really excited for?
there's no question about it. One of you've been hearing me talk about it almost for the last year now. Death Carnival. I
Mm,
am really hyped. I love these shooting arcade type games. It's just fantastic. Like just talking with the developer. We've had him on a couple of times, checking out the latest trailers and learning all about the different modes with Death Carnival. Like it is really going to be such an awesome game. There's so much planned for it, and looking forward to seeing that this year. I think it's going to start with early access. Not 100% sure on that, but definitely Death Carnival is planned for this year with a whole bunch of different characters. I believe there's 10 initial characters. There's going to be multiplayer. There's going to be a story mode that you can play along with friends. I mean, you name it. Like the developers, Herbert and the team are making a game that they would like to play. So they're pouring their heart and their soul into this. It's going to be cross play, cross platform on everything, all the platforms: Stadia, Xbox, PlayStation, PC, mobile, Switch, all that good stuff. So it's awesome. I really, really can't wait to get my hands on the game.
Yeah, the amount of content in there just blows my mind, and
Hmm.
it's not going to be like day one all content, but
Right.
the amount of work that they're going to put in there, like even later on, is just amazing.
Hmm.
So one of my games that I have on my list is Dynasty Warriors 9 Empires. So that's been announced not too long ago, like last month, if I recall correctly.
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
it's pretty exciting. It's a AAA game. Dynasty Warriors is a well-established series. I've been playing it since like Dynasty Warriors 3 or 2, like really around the beginning on the PlayStation 2. And they've continued the series with like some Zelda crossover there. I'm having a blank, but Hyrule Warriors, and then Fire Emblem Warriors, and they
Hmm.
just keep going. And it's a very fun style. It's a Musu game, is what they call it. So Stadia is planning to release different type of genres. It's what they're focusing on lately. So Dynasty Warriors is definitely something that we don't have. We do have Attack on Titan 2, but
Hmm.
yeah, just seeing that they're gonna put this release here on Stadia is gonna be very exciting. It's a game that requires a lot of hours to finish, and I can't wait for it.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah. So Asri, what's your second game that you've picked up in this list?
The second one, I wanted to go with something smaller, but something that just as I think engaging is She Dreams Elsewhere, which is
Mm.
actually a Stadia Maker's title. I remember I started seeing this pop up even before it became a Maker's title on other gaming sites, and it's got this really really unique neon '80s vibe. Um, and also gave me some like Earthbound sort of vibes to it with the way it's like an RPG, and apparently all of it's this very hazy, dreamy, atmospheric experience. And I've been following the developers for a little bit, and the music on it also seems amazing. So it'll just be, I think, a really unique experience to, get on Stadia. And I think that's one of the things the makers, because I think Death Carnival was also a Stadia makers title. You're getting a lot of
Hmm.
unique stuff coming from indie developers coming to the platform, and I think this is another example of something unique that would come to it.
Nice. So you got my attention at great music. So I'm gonna need to have a look at that for
Yeah,
sure.
make sure you put it on your radio show.
Yeah, exactly,
Oh,
exactly.
yeah, for sure.
I'll give it a listen and see what it's all about. Um,
Nice.
what about you, John? What's your second
Okay.
title here? Yeah.
So my second title, it's kind of similar to Death Carnival. Now I want to make a statement or say here that each of these games on here are equally awesome. Like I'm really excited for each and every one of these to play them. But From Space is the next game that I've chosen here. Similar kind of, in the same type of genre as Death Carnival. It's the sequel to It Came from Space and Ate Our Brains. And yeah, it's just From Space here. They released a demo on it. NinjaGuy X and I played it. I had so
Hmm.
much fun. It's
Yes.
such a blast. Online co-op, endless hordes of enemies, pink enemies here, and you can upgrade your weapons. And I just really love, like, this is exactly what I was hoping for from It Came from Space and Ate Our Brains, like a sequel to it. Like, they've added so much stuff to it here, and you can customize your character, and there's different characters. It's scheduled for a Q1 2022 release, so I'm hoping we see that here in the next couple of months there. It definitely has piqued my interest with the demo, and I'm really looking forward to playing it.
Yeah, definitely. It's a. I'm like I told you. I feel like they improved so much since it came from space and the Eat
Mhm.
Your Brains. Like it's just so much more fun. I don't know why. There's just something in it that just makes it like
Yeah.
even more fun. So
Hmm.
it's cool.
Hmm.
The climax here is saying, "I'm looking for World War Z to come to Stadia." Have you guys heard of any updates on this game? So on my side, unfortunately, I haven't heard anything yet. We It could come anytime. Like we are right now in the zone where it could release just anytime. We could see it tomorrow. We could see it today. So hopefully it'll be sometime soon.
Yeah, because
Uh,
I think the target is just they gave a blanket statement of winter,
mhm.
so it is now winter. So definitely within the next couple of months we will see it. So hopefully sooner than later.
Yeah, it's a very anticipated one too. So looking forward to that.
Mhm.
So on my side, my second game that I decided, you guys know I'm a competitive gamer. I'm not saying that I'm any good, but I do like my competition, you know.
Mhm.
And so I'm really looking forward for X Defiant. So I'm
Yeah.
a big Call of Duty fan, you know, like I play Call of Duty all the time. And you know, even at the beginning when I started playing Stadia, I was like, oh man, they got to bring Call of Duty on there. If they bring Call of Duty, I will stop buying games on consoles because this is the only game I'm missing. Like that's the only shot of game I'm missing in my veins for Stadia to be like the consoles for me. So then X Defiant was announced, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, this is exactly what I want!" You know, like fast shooter, and you know, I haven't had a chance to play the beta yet or anything, but I'm really excited about it. It should really. There is like rumors that it's releasing in 2022. There's nothing like the developers has said nothing about 2022, so we don't know.
Mhm.
But this is when I'm expecting it, and what was I about to say? Yeah, so I really want this game to replace my Call of Duty, you know, needs, and so if it does, if it's if it's an excellent game, I'll probably just put Call of Duty aside and just start playing this game, and this will be my main shooter from now on. So we'll see how this goes. So the difference there is between X Defiant and Call of Duty is that there is special abilities, and this is going to be interesting. It's going to be like in Overwatch, where there's like special abilities per characters.
Mhm.
So it's going to be interesting. I know that Asmi is a big fan of Overwatch, so I'm
Yeah,
sure you're pretty excited about it too,
yeah.
right?
No, I'm excited about. But I like that you brought up the abilities because Call of Duty flirted with abilities in Black Ops 4. So Black Ops
Oh,
4 had
Oh,
abilities
right.
in them, not
Yep.
a ton of them. They had a little bit, and I
Right.
actually really liked Black Ops 4, and I was really bummed when it was like, at least among the fan base, considered like one of the worst. But I felt that was really good, and I think you can make a hero shooter still. You got to be really
yeah,
careful.
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely.
For sure.
So it's going
Yeah,
to be
like I said,
interesting.
yeah, it definitely is going to be interesting. Lots of great games, like as we mentioned in the chat here. And I, again, do apologize. There are still some technical difficulties with Restream. So all of the comments that are being made, I can't see only some of them. So that's why you're not seeing them highlighted on the screen here like we normally do. But yeah, I see people in the chat. They're mentioning Death Carnival, Life is Strange. That's going to be February 1st. So
Ah, soon.
that's not
Yeah.
far away, right?
Yep.
And what else do we see? Lots of different games here that people, the World War Z people are mentioning, Figment 2, all that good stuff. So yeah,
Yeah.
I'm really excited to see, and looking forward to this year and the
Yeah, so
games on Stadia.
I might tweet this list after the show, just so people know,
Mm-hmm.
what are the release that were anticipated, and
Yep.
just so people can know and keep the hype on. So yeah, it's gonna be
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah. Definitely. All right. I'll bring that down here. Okay.
Oh well, I was gonna start the news afterwards though. So
Oh, okay. Yep.
yeah,
Oh, well, don't. Oh, you're going to use the same screen there.
yeah, exactly.
Okay. Okay.
Yep.
Perfect. There we go.
All right. So guys, yeah. So like we said, Restream is working weird on my end. I'm not seeing John moves. So if he's moving, that's good for you guys. But yeah, we're just having some small difficulties today. At least I'm happy that Restream is somewhat working. But it's just
Yeah.
to let you guys know.
Yeah.
Um,
Let us definitely let us know in the chat if the video and everything is working okay and audio wise. Like I said, comments, I can only see some things over here, so I can't highlight everything. So hopefully everything is working good as we limp along here. Hopefully it
yeah.
gets all straightened out by Restream shortly.
Exactly. So let's jump into the news, guys. And of
All
course, the
righty.
first things that we're going to talk about is this week's on Stadia. So we got one on January 11, and it was late from last week, if I'm not mistaken. It's just because they were on holidays and they
Mhm.
just didn't have time to put the news in. So let's jump into it. So
Great.
what they're saying here? They're saying that the Ember secret Hoser
Yep,
update.
Hoser. Yep.
Yeah, is available now at no additional cost. So Amber is, keeping their game up to date with new updates and stuff, which is very cool. So here it is. If I'm not mistaken, we've talked about it last week too, right? Or 2 weeks ago. So
Well, for Ember, they actually just announced this 4-player
oh,
update here. I think we have talked about Ember before
I feel
because
yeah.
I streamed it, played with Granite a couple of months ago, and it did come out. Ember did just semi recently release on other platforms, and there's crossplay as well. But this new 4-player multiplayer mode, it just allows you to, like I said, like there's a secret hoser. You have to go and rescue people, and there's bombs, and there's someone that's like, the bad guy, and you try to figure out who he is. So it's a free update available on all platforms, and it's just great fun
Nice.
to play.
It's such a silly game. It's so cool.
Yeah,
to,
it is.
watch
Yeah,
it
for
game.
sure.
Yeah. So next up, so the reason why John actually streamed some PUBG this week is because it's now free on Stadia, so you can claim it on Stadia Pro. But if you don't have Stadia Pro, you can now just go ahead, search the game, and start it up. It's all you need to do. I'm not sure if there's any new pack or things like that because it's now on free. Like, are they like celebrating anything with new items or cosmetic, John? Do you know?
Well, I know that if you had previously claimed it on Stadia Pro or purchased it before it went free to play, you do get some perks.
Oh,
You get you get some gear that's in the game, some special gear. You also get the ability to create your own server on there and custom matches, and
oh,
have people join and things like that. So it's some bonus things that you get there from buying it or claiming it before it went free to play. You can also, if you'd like, purchase the premium pack there. It's $13 US, and but yeah, it's not necessary. And like I said, I love when the games are free to play because it just breaks down the barriers even more. So it's great. Free to play PUBG. Go at it, have fun. Even if you suck, don't worry about it because
yeah,
it's like I said, it's all about having fun with your friends.
yeah. And they put bots in there, so sometimes it's fun even if you're just a casual player. You can just go ahead and
Yeah.
actually be good. With even if there's people who've been playing for not 20 years, but like 5-10 years,
Yep.
you can still be able to make some kills in there, which is
Yep.
nice.
Mhm.
So Far Cry got a new DLC, Pagan
Yep.
Control. If I'm not mistaken, it's the character from Far Cry 6. It's the bad guy. Pagan Min is the iconic villain from Far Cry 6. Yeah, so I guess that's what it is. So it's a brand new experience inspired by the roguelite genre, taking
Mhm.
place in the depth of the villain's troubled psyche. So if I'm not mistaken, the DLC before that with Far Cry 3, it was
Mhm.
also a roguelike.
Yep.
So it's nice to see that they're keeping some updates. Of course, with Ubisoft, they with their Ubi Plus, they want to keep it as a live service, right? They want to keep pushing updates, and it's nice.
So Pagan is from 4. I
Yes.
think you accidentally said 6.
Did I say six? Okay, sorry.
Yeah,
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 I meant
accidentally.
four.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they're going 3, 4, and then the next is going to be from 5. And
Oh,
what we also found out about, this could be Joseph, forget what the last name is, from Far Cry
the
5.
fodder seed.
Yes, yeah, the father seed. So there is also, I don't know if you have it open in the next tab, a
Okay.
tweet from Far Cry. You might have it
Hmm.
open there. Is that one of your
Is that it?
tabs?
Yes, there it is.
Yeah, but there was actually one from the Far Cry game itself. I think you've got it.
Hmm.
There's
Uh,
100 Days,
no,
Super Animal
Animal
Royale.
Royale and Hitman.
Okay, so
Hmm.
there was another tweet that we came across here. I'm going to send it to you real
Sure.
quick in the chat here, and you can bring it up.
Okay.
From Ubisoft here. Yeah, so this is an ad, or well, it's just telling you about basically Pagan Min. But what was interesting that we found out is that it says invite a friend to play with you in co-op with Buddy Pass. Even if your friend
Right.
doesn't own the
Yeah.
DLC, they can play along with you. So I really haven't seen that mentioned or advertised too much anywhere. So I thought that was very interesting. That if you have the DLC, the Pagan DLC for Far Cry 6, you can invite a friend and they can play along. They don't even have to own it.
Yeah, that's very cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So yeah, it's cool that they've implemented before extraction, so people can actually try it and see how it works.
Yep.
Man, I'm seeing that video, and it reminds me of Far Cry 6 a lot. Like the flags and
Yeah.
stuff. It's very nostalgic. That's crazy.
Yep.
Oh man. All right. So next up, so we talked about this last week, but Stadia is in. I can't get the word from here, but it's in relation. It's in contract with Samsung Gaming Hub. So they have a new app that they're going to release on their future 2022 TVs, and it's called Samsung Gaming Hub. And they'll be having things such as Stadia, GeForce Now, and other software that they can put on there. So it's very nice. I'm looking forward to see what TVs they'll be having, right? Because I'm looking to buy a TV this year, and the weight is killing me. I'm like, oh man, what TV can I buy that will have the gaming hub? I'm really looking forward to try it.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome.
Yeah. So this month on Stadia Pro is packed. So it looks like we got some free games again on January 1st. We got Darksiders 3, Bloodstained, Shantae Risky's Revenge, Darkside Detective, A Fumble in the Dark, and DreamWorks Dragons. So let's talk a little bit about these titles. So with Darksiders 3 being free, now we only have one more Darksiders that we didn't get on Pro, and it's Darksiders Genesis. So, keep an eye on that. Maybe we'll get it at some point. Bloodstained is an excellent Castlevania-like game, and I've been recommended this game so many times. I haven't had a chance to play it yet, but I really have to give it a shot.
You haven't played it yet?
No, man, I really need to. Yeah. So Shantae Risky's Revenge is the second game in the installment. The third game is Shantae's Pirate's Curse, but it didn't release on Stadia yet, but it's an upcoming title. So we should be seeing it soon. It was supposed to release in summer 2021. So you guys, after if you like Risky's Revenge, be patient and you might receive the third installment, which is Pirate's Curse. But we do have the fourth installment right now also, which is Shantae's Half Genie
Hero.
Half Genie Hero.
Yes. Yeah.
So if you're hitching for more, yeah, exactly, John. Go ahead and have a look at the Half Genie Hero. The music is excellent too. Just to let you know, guys. Oh my gosh, I love the music in there. And Darkside Detective: A Fumble in the Dark is the second game of the installment. We got the first one free already, and we got a new DLC actually for the A Fumble in the Dark, which is a Christmas special case.
Yes,
which is awesome. I know you're a big fan of Darkside Detective. Did you get a chance to try the new DLC yet?
Not yet. Sorry, I'm having technical difficulties.
Oh no,
but I'm here.
Okay.
So I had to switch devices. Sorry. Yeah, I played the first one and I laughed my booty off on that. But the second one looks amazing. I haven't started it yet. I need to sit down and just blast through it, because when I started doing it, it was around the holidays, so which is just full of belly laughs. So I do want to get to that so that I can quickly get to the DLC. I did hear it is a 3-parter.
Is it?
That's what I heard. I don't know for sure. So I think they will be connected, because I know most of the Darkside Detective has a thread, but it's all basically all self-contained. You play each case and move on.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And the humor is great.
It's so funny.
When I start playing this game,
Dooley. I love him though. He is frustrating, sure, but he is so funny.
Right. Yeah,
I love the humor, man. So I was really down the weather when I started these games, and I just couldn't stop, man. It really made me feel so good when I was playing them. Next up we have DreamWorks Dragons Dawn of the New Riders, which is an outright game and it was part of the first 5 games that they released on Stadia. So they do a lot of support with Stadia, which is kind of cool. They keep releasing games, and we have Fast and Furious coming from them. I think is it from Outright Games? Okay.
Yep, that's from
And,
Outright.
Yeah, that
Games
is.
as
Yep.
well,
Yeah. So yeah, they keep releasing games, and if you like the aesthetics, most games are pretty much the same kind of aesthetics, but they have different kind of genre. So again, have a look at their games. They're great.
Definitely don't, just because it's from Outright Games, don't judge a book by its cover. DreamWorks Dragon's Dawn of the New Riders, it can give you a little bit of a challenge there. So it's definitely not for for younger kids. I would say it's geared more towards the early teens and things like that. But still, it offers a decent challenge and is pretty fun to play. Nice little puzzles there. And if you've seen any of the movies, well then, you definitely... This is great. And it's pro, so, why not try it if you got that subscription there? $10 a month. Claim it, and doesn't cost you anything extra.
Exactly. So Outright Games does have some, young adults kind of game, because Ben 10 was one of them too. Like, I really enjoy it. And I did have a few challenges in there. So, yeah. So now let's go in the last part, which is actually the juiciest part of Stadia.
Yes.
Juicy.
Yeah, juicy.
I think we need that. I think we need that. Sorry, I just want to interrupt for a sec. I think instead of a world premiere, we need a juicy.
Yeah, I agree.
We'll have to work on that.
The big voice there, yeah, juicy. But I'm just going to say a quick thing on it, and I'm going to let John talk about it more there. But so there's a survey where you can give your opinion on what you would like to have with this week on Stadia and other things. So I'm just going to click here, and I'm going to let the voice go to John.
Yeah, so here we go. So while we do that, Ninja, I'm going to send you the link in our private chat. If you could copy and paste that into the chat for those on watching. If you haven't already, please fill out this survey. We often hear from doubters and other sources of people outside of the community that Google's never listening. They don't care what we want. Well, you know what? Here it is. We're starting off 2022, and they're saying, okay, guys, what the heck do you want? Let us know. Help shape the way that these blog posts will be. And you could see here, if you want to go ahead and scroll down, how often do you read it? How are you notified? Give us examples of updates you would like to see. What are you most interested about? Partner updates, platform development, game development. And then the one of the most important things here is that at the end there, Stadia is granting you 3 wishes, and you can't wish for more wishes. I love that.
Dang it.
What are you wishing for? And we're going to talk about this a little bit later in the community news. InLead, in his data collection deliciousness, right? Data DCD, data collection deliciousness, scoured through posts on social media and on the blog. Some people posted their wants on Twitter and also on the blog and things like that. And he gathered most of that data there and analyzed it. And we'll take a look at it and see how, it's very interesting to see how people responded. So we'll take a look at that at the end there. But yeah, definitely Ninja put the link to the survey in the chat, or just do a Google search for This Week on Stadia, find the latest blog posts, and you can hit that link there and just, definitely fill that out and let the people at Google know, how what you want to see, what interests you the most. I think this is really awesome that they're answering back to those that say that they're not listening or don't care. Well, here's a perfect example. Yeah, they're telling you right here now, and this is great. And it just takes maybe about 4 to 5 minutes for you to fill it out. Nothing, so it's great. Yeah, I love to see that post.
And honestly, I'm very excited to see how Stadia is gonna react to this. How are they gonna change things? Because they've been changing stuff, man. Since I've been into Stadia, I've only been into Stadia since the beginning of 2021, and there've been some improvements in terms of the community and stuff. So this is definitely going to help out too. So
I see Gracie in the chat. It's got the eyes emoji looking. So Google's listening and watching. But no, seriously though, this is awesome. I love they're reaching out to the community here And just like you said, Ninja, I'm really interested to see over the next several months how the blog posts are change and are going to be catered
Yeah.
towards this. And what would be awesome is maybe next month or in the coming months, kind of get like an official results to see like
Mm.
how people voted from them. So I guess we'll see, but they're looking and watching. So
Mhm.
this is very good news, and I'm
Yes.
very, very happy to see it.
I hope that you guys wish for more Gracie because that should be your first wish.
Yeah,
I
well,
yeah.
yeah,
Go
no, go
ahead.
ahead. I was gonna say she recently posted on Instagram that she got the Founders Edition controller. So I jokingly said we're gonna have Founders Edition Stadia now, right? We
That's
had
what we need. We need more
we had the
Stadia.
original. We
Yeah,
need
more
more Stadia.
Stadies. Yeah,
I
yeah,
would buy Stadia plush in an instant. Stadia shirt,
oh my
whatever
gosh.
have you. I would just instantly buy that. So
Yeah.
if anybody's watching, Gracie, maybe you can push it up to your boss and on out. We definitely love Stadia merchandise. It would be amazing.
Yeah,
Stickers,
exactly.
bumper stickers, whatever, emojis, all that good stuff.
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
Gamer. Imagine that, a Stadia gamer pick on for your avatar on Stadia. That
Oh
would be awesome
wow.
too, right?
Yeah,
That
yeah,
could be
yeah.
something that they do.
Or even like a Stady controller, right?
Oh
Like
yeah, you're right.
anything.
Yeah,
Yeah,
with
yeah,
the eyes and all that stuff. That would be awesome.
yeah. All right, so yeah, that was it for this week on Stadia. But now,
Mhm.
in other news, we have Super Animal Royale here that says our new update arrives on Tuesday, January 25th, with the Year of the Super Tiger event, a new weapon, and more. So I think this is the reason why John streamed this also. So
Yep.
Super Animal Royale got a new update. It's mostly swag, new swag and stuff like that. In
Yep.
terms of gameplay,
Swag.
yeah. In terms of gameplay, it's pretty much the same good fun. So
Mhm.
yeah.
So it'd be interesting to see. So this update comes out the 25th,
Oh,
and I
it's not out
know,
yet. Okay.
right? Yeah, yeah, it's not out.
Yeah.
That's okay. What I'm really interested to see is currently right now you can't on Stadia, and they said that they're working on it, and hopefully it's going to be in this update. You can't party up with people on other platforms. There's cross play in the game,
Oh.
but you can't party up with, like, say you have a friend that's playing on Xbox or PlayStation or on Switch or PC. You can't party up or squad up with them. So I'm hoping that this is in this update, that's going to be part of the update there, that you can play along with others, because then again, when you're streaming the game too, if there's by some chance someone's watching, they don't have a Stadia account or they don't want to create a Stadia account, but they have another platform, they can play along with you and have fun as well. So yeah,
Yeah.
it'd be interesting to see what this update is. It doesn't give a whole lot of information on it, except for like you mentioned, the Year of the Super Tiger, new
Mhm.
weapon and more. And again, like you mentioned, it's all cosmetics. It doesn't give you any advantage over any other players. It's just
Yeah.
for looks and bragging rights.
But now that I know that it's in the future, like now I'm wondering new weapons. I wonder like what we're gonna get. Like are we gonna get like
Yeah,
slingshots? Are we gonna get like
yeah,
new kind of weapons? It's gonna be exciting.
yeah. It'll be
Um,
interesting for sure.
You mentioned that so you can't team up with people from other console. It's funny that you say that because in 9 to 5 you couldn't do that at the beginning either, and but it was a bug. They fixed it at some point,
Oh.
Oh,
so
okay,
it's very
nice.
Okay.
promising. You never know, right? Like
Yeah,
maybe
yep,
Yep.
they saw that and they're gonna fix it.
yep, for sure.
So next up is Far Cry 6 again. So yeah, I think we're gonna not talk
Yeah,
about this too much
yeah,
just
we,
because
we
we
yeah we
already
pretty much
swept
yeah
through. Yeah,
we pretty much talked about that there.
exactly.
So this is big news. I don't know if Eli's watching. Hopefully, I wish maybe Eli was here. Hitman 3 Year 2.
Yes. So yeah, so Hitman Year 2 has a lot of updates, guys. Like they're adding so much stuff, which is kind of cool. Um just quickly here, we can just see like we have the elusive target arcade. So it's a brand new game mode that they've put inside Hitman 3. And then we've got Scrolling down here, they have a lot of information too. Like if you guys
Yeah.
want to have a look, they explain a lot to what we're having here. And then we have Hitman VR on PC, which is it was announced previously, but now it's official. And again, they're just explaining a lot of stuff here. Then we got technology improvements. So it says year 2 is a fantastic opportunity for us to unleash some of the technical improvement that we'll continue to make in our glacier technology. So it's crazy, man. It's almost as if we're getting like Hitman 4, but with the same missions of Hitman 3, but just improvements on everything, basically ray tracing and
Yep.
things like
Whole
that.
bunch
So
of looks like they're updating the the engine itself, adding new
yeah,
game modes. Yeah, a whole slew of stuff, and this all comes on January the 20th. So yeah,
all in ones. Then we
I,
got
I
go
yeah.
ahead,
Go ahead,
Asmi.
go ahead, Azwi.
sorry, I'm still cutting out. I think one of the things that's interesting is that this will probably also apply to the others, Hitman 1 and 2, because that's one of the unique things. They keep
Exactly.
updating the game, and then they go back and do these improvements on the other one. So then it changes how you play Hitman 1 and 2. The
Right.
technical improvements are one thing, but I know that as they were adding new gameplay elements, they would also throw it back to the older games, which I think is awesome.
Very cool, crazy,
Yes.
yeah. So
Yeah.
it's the world of assassination. Every game is in that, in that hub. So you get everything from every game the same. So then we got Freelancer. So this is coming in spring 2022. So it's a brand new single player mode that introduced roguelike elements. So I mean, a lot of games seems to be implementing roguelike, which is kind of cool. Strategic planning. I love strategy, so very excited for this. Um,
Wow.
lots of
Yeah,
info.
there is a lot of information that
Absolutely.
yeah, that they have new maps, codename Rocky.
Mm-hmm.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's amazing. Yeah, so definitely if you're a Hitman fan, this year is going to be packed full of updates, content updates. Yeah, let's take a look at that. There's the reveal stream here. And I
Yeah.
know Eli is a big Hitman 3 fan or Hitman fan, and he was super excited about this. This was, I think, it's just a couple of days ago that they announced this here. So
It was
great to
Yeah.
see.
Thursday. It was yesterday. Yesterday.
Yeah.
Oh wow, okay, yeah. So just
Yeah, yeah.
yesterday there.
Yeah. So,
Yeah,
and like they weren't even planning to update Hitman 3, but looks like it had so much, had so much sales that they
hmm
just went ahead and updated and stuff to give it some more support. And that's what
yeah,
devs should do, right? They should just give more support to the games that sells well. So
yeah. I know
hats off to
Hitman
them.
3 sold really well for IO there.
Hmm.
So yeah, it's great to see them continued support on this here.
Yes.
And yeah,
And
I can't wait to see streams of people playing this and digging into the new content. And like I said, it looks like it's all throughout the year that there'll be updates here to Hitman. So
yep.
great game, and fantastic to see this little mini roadmap for this year.
Exactly. And IO Interactive is also working on another game called, Project 007. So
Mhm.
it's going to be interesting to see what they bring up in the future too.
Yeah, I see Rebellica in the chat here says Granite loves Hitman too. I've watched quite a few of his streams. So Granite is a big Hitman fan
Mhm.
as well, streaming that.
Yep,
Yeah, lots of excitement around Hitman and IO here. So it's great to see.
definitely. All right. So last but not least, in official news, so we got Eve Holler. So here it says 100 Days Winemaking Simulator supports input touch on Google Stadia. Patch contains a lot of other stuff, mobile friendly improvement, but touch is here working. So we have touch support for
Oh,
100 days. And what's nice about it is there's a settings inside the game where you can change the UI to be touch control friendly. So it's a lot bigger, I think, and a lot of improvement for the touch support. So
yeah.
they've been very open about it. They've developed, throughout the months, and it's cool to see that it's finally there.
Yeah. It's actually quite amazing that they went through with this here and added that touch support. And it's great because then that means like you can just have your phone and you don't have to worry about having a controller with you, or even like using the on-screen controller. Like this native touch support like Humankind and the Jackbox Party Pack games have, is just so intuitive and makes it super easy to play.
Exactly.
One of the things I noticed in the I don't know if it was on this one or on the official Broken Arms one, but I think it was. I'm not 100% sure who asked it. I think it was Original Penguin asked why they did it,
Yes.
and the reasoning was really, really wholesome. It was the fact that Stadia, they were Stadia makers, they were backed by Stadia, and they felt the responsibility to update the game with direct touch to make sure their fans and players were happy with it. And I think that is awesome. Like, I love the game, and I like the touch controls are really cool. I've only just tinkered around with the touch controls. I haven't played too much with it, but it's so well done. And this is like a small team doing it. So if a small team can do it, other people can do it too.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I know we don't want to let the cat out of the bag yet, but we might have some 100 Days news for next week. We'll just leave it at that for right now. But we might have some 100 Days news very, very soon.
We will be drinking during the next stream. Just wine.
That's it. That's it. Oh man, no, it's cool. I hate touch control. Not touch control, but I hate having the controller that you have to with the D-pad on the
the virtual one that's on the screen there. Yeah,
but like this, like touch control like that, it's man, I really need to try it. I've been telling that to myself all week. I really need to try it because it's really something that I like to try for sure.
Yeah, for sure, it's going to be awesome.
Yeah. So guys, we are done with the official news, but we're on to our next segment, which is the interview, the community interview. So this week, it's already been said, we have someone who is a pretty fun streamer, it's Squids Gaming. And I asked him this week if he wanted to come in, and he was super thrilled about it. Super excited. So it was fun to have him. It's a little bit on the longer side of an interview. It's about 20 minutes, but no, he's a really interesting guy. So I'm gonna go ahead and put it up and let it speak for itself.
All right, here we go.
Hey everyone, welcome to another interview of Stadia Connect North. So today I have a special guest, and you see his face right now. You guys might know him already. Mr. Squids. How are you, Squid?
Hey, how's it going?
Oh,
how are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing pretty good, thank you. Squid is he's a content creator. He's like everywhere recently. Like he's been streaming a lot of stuff. And very good with the community. So Squid, if you'd like to tell us a little bit about yourself, what you do, where'd you get your name, and stuff like that.
Let's see. Well, I'm one of those people. I like to kind of use tech that I have to the maximum most until it's pretty much doesn't work anymore. And also I like to do things that I shouldn't be doing, like playing Stadia on a Raspberry Pi or other things like that. Like, just silly stuff, silly tech stuff. I like to do that. So whenever I come across people that play like Stadia on a Mac, that's one of my favorite things to see. Just because you can't really do much on the Apple thing, but you can play Stadia and a lot of other things. So I don't know, just like the anomaly type stuff for tech, like just weird things. I like kind of doing that kind of stuff. And also just technology in general, because it just brings us so much joy and entertainment and kind of brings us all together in a weird way. Even though everyone has all these different preferences, I like to always try to, show that you can have that certain preference, but also enjoy, just good tech. If it's good tech, then, there's not really a need to have the latest and greatest cutting edge and save a little extra money, here and there maybe.
Yeah.
But, I don't know. I like to do that. Just be more efficient with my money so I can get more games. If anything, that's the whole basis of getting more games. And why I play so many things too. And hence the name Squids. So Squids. There's a lot of different things why I pick Squids. Mainly because this thing right here, I got some dreads. Been growing them for like 6 years, 5, 6 years now. Long time.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, they're starting to get caught on the stuff now, so I have to be a little careful. But
Yeah.
for the most part, that, and then just the fact that I know like a couple programming languages like Python, C++, Java. There's other ones too, but just those few mainly that I kind of know mostly, and then languages as well, like Japanese, German, English, and kind of just like that whole thing. And then also with games, like I like all these different types of games. You
Yeah.
got Xbox that I kind of started with, was like kind of the first like system me and my brother bought. And then also like right now actively just Xbox, Luna, Amazon Luna, Google Stadia, GeForce Now, my Nintendo Switch, even my Nintendo 3DS. I still play it. It's actually on right now.
Nice.
I even go way back into there still, so I'd even stretch into that. If anything, I really like Monster Hunter games. Like that's probably one of my most like favorite games and most hours spent.
Did you play a lot of Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate on the 3DS?
Yeah. So I have that on the 3DS.
Nice.
And I had the 3 Ultimate on the 3DS. I missed Try because I didn't have a Wii U.
Oh.
And so I missed that, and I got to play like the demo at my friend's house when that first came out. So I was like really just waiting for that DS version, and then I saw it came out the Japanese way, and I was like, I don't have a Japanese DS, I can't play that. And then I had to wait like the whole year how they import it, and then it's the 4U or 3U now because it's the US version, or not Ultimate or US version, but just they make it the Ultimate English version, I guess. But that's the thing with those games, they usually come out in Japan first, and then they bring them on over here. So that's why I always like to have like a little Japanese system, which I'll slowly be getting, and then I won't have that problem anymore. But I do have Generations right here and 4 Ultimate right here too. So, and then the case of this was the first one that started the whole addiction was the PSP, Freedom Unite.
Nice.
Yes.
Yeah. Very nice.
So I need to actually buy the Freedom Unite because I sold it off to GameStop. So this is just like I like to call it the GameStop bones. Like where you have the case left over from the game.
just a reminiscence of why don't I have it?
Right?
Why?
You idiot! Why did you do this?
Nice.
I had like a white PSP, it got like Assassin's Creed and all this other stuff with it, but I went and sold it because I wanted to get like the next DS and get the next game, all these different things, so that was like the problem, at least growing up. I didn't really have, a job because you're a kid, but so I just sell my games and pretty much I'd lose out on that later. Now I'm like 10, 20 years later, whatever. I'm like, why did you do that?
Yeah.
You idiot.
I'm the same. I can relate so much. Oh man.
And then just playing a lot of Monster Hunter, a lot of WoW, and a lot of Pokemon. That's mainly what I would play. And then I kind of just stopped playing it just because of work, and then I didn't have internet, and so this is kind of where like I guess here comes Stadia. I don't have the laptop with me; it's in the other room. But the other Chromebook that I use, it's the Samsung Chromebook 3. I got that for free from work, and I was all trying to find like ways to play because I used to play like a lot of Counter-Strike Go, Counter-Strike Source, and stuff. A lot of that on Steam, and so I'd be trying to find a way to play that, and then I found out I could maybe try it on here with the Linux way and do it this and that, and it didn't really work. So I was like, let me try Stadia, and at the job that I was at, they had actually like the little kiosk of Stadia, like how you would see for like Xbox or PlayStation of games. They had one of Stadia, and I went with the rhetoric of the average Joe, like saying, "Oh no, it's it's not there, it's not quite yet, it's not good, all this stuff. There's no frames, all all
the
that
the lag,
right, right. The latency's not exactly there."
Oh man, that's funny.
So went with that. It was there for like a good because Stadia came out November of 2019. So this is March of 2020 where I actually started, but before that it was at my work for like at least 3 or 4 months. Like they had to stand there for 3 or 4 months. So I was walking past it, quite frequently, and not, I was like, yeah, I'll try it one day when there's like, Monster Hunter or something on there, something that I want.
Maybe one
And then,
day. Maybe one
right,
day.
and then sure enough, my Xbox kind of breaks, like my disk drive breaks, and then I just didn't have really good internet sources, and then I finally got internet again because I upgraded it and all that stuff. And so, since I didn't have a disk drive, I wanted to play Destiny 2. I couldn't play it. I was like, oh, I could play it on, Stadia.
Yeah.
Started playing it on Stadia on the free thing just to see, how it was and what it was exactly. And after that, it was like, oh wow, let me, I hooked up my Xbox controller. I was playing on this potato PC that's like, not even 3 gigs of RAM. It's like, not even 3. It's actually like it's 2 point something.
Crappy.
And then really bad, very slow. I found out from my friend it's actually a computer from 2004 or 5.
Oh my gosh!
So,
Wow.
like an AMD Anthlon Phenom 2. I don't know if you know what that is. It's like a 2 point. It's like a 1.8 gigahertz processor, and it's overclocked to like 2.1 or something.
Ooh, wow.
Yeah.
And it worked. Did it work
slow.
well, or like?
Yeah, it worked well, but now I run into the RAM problem. I don't have enough RAM to even open up like Chrome or anything really.
That's
but I
amazing.
can play Stadia on it.
Yeah,
so.
exactly. Tell us about the first game that you ever bought on Stadia, and
First game was Division 2. So like I was playing like the free games, right? Like Destiny 2 and the other. I got the free games from the Pro because I started with the Pro. I didn't actually buy a game yet. I was first getting my feet wet for the first couple months, and then April comes on, and then May comes on. May is when I actually went and I was like, the Destiny or Division 2 is $10.
Yeah.
Let me try this on here.
Nice.
Bought it for $10. And man, that game, that's probably one of the best games that runs on Stadia, to be honest, is the Division 2. If anyone hasn't tried that yet, I highly recommend it.
Yeah.
Definitely one of the best built ones on there, and it does have crossplay with PC, and so
Yep.
also one of the reasons why I have the most gameplay on that one. It's like 549 hours for me on that.
Yeah.
I was playing side by side pretty much with my brother on PC. So I was keeping up with someone on PC. I was waiting for him in the load screen. And he has like some, $1,000, $2,000 piece of thing with the curved monitor, that whole 9, RBG this, RBG that.
Yeah.
And I'm just sitting here on the little Chromebook like, come on, dude. What are you doing?
Noob, yeah. Oh my god, that's so funny. That's so funny.
Yes.
Oh man.
Yes. And that's why I love Stadia, man.
Yeah,
that's one of the best things.
With the Stream Connect, even with that, right? Like that was like that wouldn't work though with your brother, right? If he was on PC.
Yeah. Well, not on PC, no. But when I'd run into Stadians, they would have the Stream Connect, of course. So.
Oh yeah.
But yeah.
Mm-hmm. That was cool. So my next question for you is, so you're pretty open with whatever you say online. You tell pretty much everybody everything, but for people who doesn't know you, tell us something about you that people would know about you that if they meet you for the first time. Yeah.
Right, and this also kind of ties into the Squid's name too. Like I also play music and stuff too. I do a little bit of music, which some people, I don't know if they knew that, but I used to play trombone for a good like 7-8 years. I stopped now, but I might pick it up again. But played it for all throughout like the school and to a little bit of college. I could have kept going on it, which I decided not to, because it wasn't the cool thing, that type of thing.
Yeah.
But still, of course, retained all that knowledge, of course, and had a lot of opportunities with it. One thing I went through and saw was this jazz at Lincoln Center, which Wynton Marsalis, he's a famous trumpeter, trumpetist or whatever. I don't know what the term is, but you know what I mean. He plays trumpet.
Yeah.
He has a few Grammys too. Grammy nominated and everything. He's pretty well known, and he came to our school, did a whole program and everything. But again, I just decided not to continue that, and I could have in college and things.
Yeah,
could have a different life, but it's all right.
Yeah,
it's all right.
Because nowadays it's the bagpipe that's cool, right? So not the trombone anymore. Yeah.
Right, the trombone.
That's
I
cool.
still got it tucked away.
Did you did you had any cool songs that you were playing that we know?
No, there's one that my teacher wanted me to play. It's called like Blue Cellophane. Someone should look that up maybe and see. But that was like the level of stuff that I was kind of like working on, and things like trombone solo stuff and things like that. I played jazz stuff, and then I did
Wow.
marching band as well. And then later, like in life, I ended up just picking up a guitar too. So I played a little bit of that, messed around with that a little bit too. And once I kind of get more of a bigger setup and things, definitely going to be getting like a mixer, a keyboard, all that stuff, and then
Nice.
maybe start doing it all again
Yeah.
just for fun.
It's like a side hobby, right? It's very, very relaxing.
Yeah.
It keeps your mind off
Exactly.
of everything else. I like doing that
Mhm.
too. It's a very nice hobby.
But you have to spend a lot of time, because even in high school and stuff, I wouldn't really be hanging out with friends because I'd be,
Oh my gosh.
practicing or at a
Wow.
concert or at this place performing,
Yeah,
that type of thing. So always kind of moving, if anything.
that's cool. So
Mhm.
now you told us like the old games that you used to play, but what have you been playing recently on Stadia?
Recently on Stadia, I've been helping a lot of people, trying to help people on the division, or not, well, the division 2 I'd like to help people on a little bit. It was Destiny 2 I was trying to say. I always get mixed up when it's like a D
Yeah.
and a 2. It's like
Yeah,
I
D2.
always try to say one or the other.
Diablo
Right.
2, you know.
Right, there's so many. There's so
Yeah.
many.
Yeah.
Red Dead Redemption 2. and
Right,
then-
yeah. Never stops. Never stops.
But it's like Destiny 2, mostly that's probably what I've been playing a lot of, just trying to help the new lights, and then also help people if they want to get the new Galahorn item.
Mhm.
I'll try to help them get that. And then what else? Kind of like the newer games that went pro, like the Dark Side Detective Fumble in the Dark. I
that's a
really
good
like
one.
that series a lot.
Yeah.
The first one I beat a while back, and then I was waiting for the second one to kind of go pro,
Yeah.
and it did.
Nice.
And let's see, Tomb Raider is another one that I've been trying to play too. A lot of, and just I'm on the second one right now, so I'm trying to go through that. Cyberpunk 2, there's another one there. And then a lot of, like, when I have time to play with people, I'll play like, the people like to play the Wreckfest
Yeah,
game
Wreckfest,
and
yep.
Super Animal Royale. A lot of people like to play that too.
Nice.
So I've been playing a lot of that when I get invited or when people want me to play it with them. So
Yeah. There's like a cool group there that always plays a lot of games, which is kind of cool. They play Wreckfest, and they used to play like Grid, Sniper Elite 4, and all of these nice games. So that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
So
and Dirt 5. Dirt 5.
Of course, Dirt 5. Yeah. Why did I miss that? So what? So as a last question there, what would be like one thing that we would like to get on Stadia for the future? It can be a feature, it can be a game or anything. What would you like Stadia to change? Yeah.
If anything, it's probably one of these
physical
Monster
games.
Hunters.
Oh man, same man.
No,
I love
physical
that.
games, yes. No.
But what I mean is that they could bring like a case, like a physical collector's edition, and just have a code in it. It's fine, because as like right here I have this like the Serious Sam 4 collection, like the big box.
Yeah,
it's a PC game, but it's just a
like
it's just
the
a code.
USB dongle.
Exactly. I love that, man. But anyway, carry on.
But like Monster Hunter though, like what? That's what I was saying.
What you
these,
mean.
Like, Monster
Okay.
Hunter. Yeah. So like bringing Monster Hunter to Stadia, and just like if that could come, I know it's going to Steam tomorrow. Hopefully, I don't think it's going to be a stealth drop, but that'd be something if it was.
Rise, right? Monster Hunter Rise is getting on PC soon.
Yeah, Monster Hunter Rise
Nice.
is coming to Steam. So if you guys have actually a decent PC and don't have a Switch, you can play it on there, and it's a pretty good Monster Hunter game. It's really nice. So I think a lot of people will pick that up, and just alone that series is just really popular between like us here in the U.S. and every other place in the Canada, UK, mostly in Japan. If anything, that's where it's most popular.
Yeah.
But everywhere it's just popular, and that's one of the series I wish could come onto here, and then maybe like tie it in with YouTube integration, like kind of add like a webcam like feature or something like that. If like the device has a webcam thing, maybe to tie in that. Because I know they can tie in the mic, but just add the webcam access piece, and then
that'd be so good.
It's simple piece of coding for that, and then you'll be set. But
maybe they should hire you with your C++ skills. Or, yeah.
Right. See what they use over there.
Yeah, exactly.
If they'll tell you, but no.
Yeah. Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, no, man, like Monster Hunter, I think it's been asked by a lot of people, especially Monster Hunter World in the last few years. So hopefully we'll see it. It's Capcom. You never know. There's a potential. So we'll see how it is.
Yeah.
So yeah, thank you very much for doing this interview, Squid. I really appreciate it. I've been, I haven't been able to watch you much because your shows were always like late, or it's just like a time frame that I can't watch. But a few days ago, no, or was it? Well, I think it was 2 days ago or yesterday. I was like, oh, Stadia Dosage is on, Stadia Dosage News. I'm like, oh, let me see what he's doing. So then I click. I'm like, wait a minute. That's Squid. What the hell? I guess he's on Stadia Dosage News. So man, this time frame is perfect for me. Like I can hop in maybe once in a while and watch it. So it's very cool.
Yeah.
Cool to see you there.
Mm-hmm. And that's actually why I kind of chose to do that. Like it's a little bit more challenging for me because I'm not really a morning person per se.
Yeah.
So that's why I kind of picked it this way as well. So that way it'll kind of just help me build up and be better at just the morning and just being up and ready. Because for me, like to kind of do that, I have to start like I have to wake up at like 6:30 or something. I can't wake up exactly at 7 because that's when the show is.
Yeah.
But, so I have to make sure I'm ready before 7. And it's just a little bit of a discipline, especially when you're kind of just chilling right now in vacation mode, if you will. But,
I see.
Yeah. So. But if anything, I do that mainly just so everyone can have a chance to either jump in. If they're in the EU area, it's going to be more of the evening show for them.
Yeah.
And then maybe the next day they can wake up and watch it, that type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Or even later in the day for me, I guess it's morning for them then later. But we might do an opposite inverse show or something soon. I don't know, that type of thing.
Yeah, anything is possible, right? Yeah.
Right.
There's a lot of stuff.
So,
all right. Well, yeah. Thank you so much, Squid, and we'll talk again soon. I'm sure. Like we haven't had a chance to talk much, but it's very nice to have you on the show. And you're always welcome to come as a guest host if you ever want to come. I love your energy, so thank you.
Yes.
All right.
Thank you, NinjaGuy X, and thank you for having me on the show here tonight. Thank you.
Have a good one.
You as well. Bye-bye.
You're on mute, John.
Oh, yeah, there we go. Yeah, that was a great interview.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love learning about Squid's there. He's such an awesome community member here, and all the different things. I see people are asking him questions in the chat as well about his favorite music and things like that. And yeah, that is great. Shout out to Squids. Definitely check him out in his morning streams over on Stadia Dosage News.
Yeah. So the reason I'm not talking is because you said in the chat, when we come back, I will mention something.
Oh yeah, sure. and I totally forgot.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay, sorry about that. So I did see a couple of people mention about the giveaway there. To enter the giveaway, you need to be watching on my YouTube channel, 4Scars Gaming. So youtube.com/4Scars Gaming. And before we do the giveaway, we'll go through the list of everyone that has entered in there. There are quite a few people here that have entered into the $25 Google Play gift card giveaway. The only requirement is that you have PayPal. That way, NinjaGuy X can send it over via PayPal. A nice, secure method of sending it. And I'm looking at the list now on the bot, and we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. We have more than 20 people. I could keep counting. Probably between 25 and 30 people that are entered into the contest. So if you haven't entered already, hashtag NinjaGuyX, and you'll get entered in there. And like I said, before we pull the winner, which you do have to be present here to claim your prize, I'll read through the names, and if you don't hear your name, that'll give you a chance to get your button gear and get entered.
Perfect. And it's my first time doing a giveaway ever, so maybe it'll open doors to give more giveaways, and we'll see how it goes. I'm kind of excited to give it a try and see how it goes.
Awesome. Yep, for sure. Okay. So next, what do we got up here? The game of the week.
I just saw Gracie there. She said, "Oh, nice, 25 for each." Rich NinjaGuy X.
She only takes euros. Okay, so let's see,
Oh.
25 Canadians, probably about €2, right? Something.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah, that's perfect.
Yep.
I'll send you
Yeah.
€2.
Yep. So okay, so next up we've got game of the week, Red Dead Redemption.
Oh yes.
And-
Okay. You know
Yes.
what? Let me put it. Sorry, I thought we were at the unofficial.
No, I
part
mean, if
there.
you would like, I could start to go to the community news, and we can move over to Red Dead Redemption if you like.
I was about to actually. I forgot. I wanted to tell you in the chat that we might skip this part just because we have a lot of community news. What do you think? And then if we have time, we can go ahead.
Yeah, let's do that. And at the end, we'll circle back around. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and move on over. And here we go. So let's see. So I've added this here. 100, and that's a little too big. Okay. So I added the first two pieces we're going to do here. We mentioned it earlier. I kind of added this ad hoc here. Gracie here posted, who's in the chat. Stadia Founders Edition Midnight Blue Baby. Thank you. Awesome team. And P.S. Oh my God, stickers. So we'll look at this here. And this is kind of what we were referring to earlier. Lovely.
Yeah.
I clicked on it while we were watching the video, and it worked perfectly fine. Yeah. There we go. Look at that. The Founders Edition Stadia, and hopefully we'll see Founders Stadia here shortly. But congratulations! It's always awesome to get that Founders Edition, the elusive Midnight Blue controller.
Yeah, and as a background information, exclusive here. So she asked her husband if she could put these stickers on their car, and he was like, "No," which was kind of funny.
Yeah, so, that's awesome.
Maybe we should do a petition or something, right?
Yeah, exactly. Petition
to
put the stickers on there. So there we go. Congratulations on that. So next, this is something that came up here today. Clive, Clive here. He does his Stadia Monday night show, and also worked with him on the Stadia Community Awards and all throughout the Stadia community. I'm going to give it reference here. I'm going to scroll down a bit here. So there was a show, Cloud Gaming Extreme. I guess they had a show, and Clive was watching it, and there was some data. And Cloud Gaming Extreme saying, if you watch the show, you'll understand the full context of the data. Of the data. They're saying that Stadia is not as hot as it used to be. Yeah. We're not going to go into that. So Clive said, I just want to pull up and see the information that Cloud Gaming Extreme was talking about and searching trends. Thought I'd fact check, and he's right. And Clive jokingly goes, I'm not doing a GeForce Now Tuesday night chat. So basically, what they looked up is in the Google Trends here about searching Stadia versus GFN mentions and things like that. And so you look at this, according to this here, they're saying that GeForce Now is more, people are looking for it and is more popular. So we scroll down here, and Vivi looks at kind of commented here. We know Vivi is a really a data-driven type person. And he said, well, you better be looking at territories where the service overlap as large countries with one service available and the other to not skew. So basically, and it says also consider normalizing per capita. So a lot of technical jargon here. And basically what they were talking about is, and I don't have, Vivi did respond here. So when you compare apples to apples and you do the searches for Stadia and GeForce Now, where they're available in both regions, that they're basically,
I'll get it to you there in a sec. I'll
okay.
Send you the link.
Oh, yep. Here it is. I got it. Yep.
You got it?
So bring it up here. So Vivi says, I decided to put my money where my mouth is. And when you include only countries where both are available, the gap is negligible. So they're just as popular. This remains true when you account for population too. And Vivi put this out here. It's very important to your disclaimer. I'm not suggesting that this is a good metric to use at all. So we're going to click on the message here. Yeah. And if you take a look at it, Vivi's in the chat here. And when you look at it, comparing the countries that both services are available in, and you normalize, they're right about the same. Stadia is maybe like a 1%, so give or take, they're pretty much the same here when you look at it for mentions and searches and things like this. And you can see Vivi put in here, interest over time. Numbers represent search interest relative to the highest point on the chart for the given region and time. A value of 100 is the peak popularity for the term. A value of 50 means the term is half as popular. A score of 0 means there was not enough data for that. So, and he puts the sources here. So Vivi, being, like I said, the data-driven person that he is, went all out here and did, some extensive data crunching and numbers like that. So the moral of the story is, really, it doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things.
Exactly.
But he put his money where his mouth is to show, what? When you compare apples to apples, search-wise, people are looking up is just as equal. So, when you see people, oh, well, nobody ever since, they closed the internal studio, it's been a downhill from there. That's not true at all. Here's some data to help back it up there that it's Stadia is just as every bit as interesting to people and searching for it as GeForce Now. So I thought we would definitely bring that up here. And you can see Jack here, another data-driven person. Jack does his weekly Sunday stats. I did a per capita analysis of Google Play downloads on the numbers show as well, and found that the download counts and rates are very similar for GeForce Now and Stadia. Both are way above anyone else in the cloud gaming space, excluding Game Pass, where it's hard to distinguish.
Interesting.
So if you look at this, again, they're really about the same looking at stuff like that. So it is what it is. I just thought that was very interesting that we would, kind of bring that up, talk about it just a little bit here. And it was awesome to see Vivi go that extra mile and pull that data and, using this Google Trends. It's not very reliable. So here we go. It is what it is, and we'll move on from there. So next, we've got the news here. NinjaGuy, I think you were going to just mention this a little bit here.
Yeah, so we're doing something a little bit different today in the community news. So we're going to go one by one and talk, each our turn on the news. So, like it's going to be John and then me and then, this time it's going to be John again, but then we're going to switch to we're going to switch around. So this is how it's going to be today. So for this one, so we got a couple of news for Sky Climbers, which is a game that is expected to be on Stadia sometime this year, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think. We'll talk a little bit about that. I think
that'll come next.
Yeah.
The next one, yeah. So they're really going all out with their, with their game, and now they have some kind of cool merch. So they have some plushies. Look at these. So they're all animals, I think, that you can tame inside the game. So we got, a lion, wolf, and a llama.
Like a rhino. I think it's a rhino.
A rhino. Oh, look at that! Yeah, the little horn. Nice. So
they have these available for sale in their ETSY shop. So I saw immediately, as soon as I saw this, because on Discord we've got the bot set up so that when Sky Climbers or Paratrope tweets it lets us know in the Stadia channel. And I saw these, I'm like, holy crap! I need these. So we click on the ETSY link, and it brings it up, and I only saw 2. Of course, I quickly got these, and they're already on their way. They're super fast. So they're coming from New Jersey here to Toronto. So probably next week I should get those. I'll take pictures as whatnot. But I only saw and Rakit. I don't know. Yeah. So, and I immediately tweeted back and sent a message like, you show 3 here. I want to get all 3 to complete the set. They're like, no, don't worry. Only 2 of the 3 are available now. So I went ahead and ordered 2 out of the 3, and as soon as the other one's available here, but it looks so super
Oh my
cute,
gosh!
right?
Yes.
And
Hey,
this is
John.
Sky Climbers. What?
So I did when I did the backing, I got picked one of those. So the middle one's the one that will come to me. So
Oh, awesome!
so I
Awesome.
think I have a feeling they did a first run for the backers, like if you wanted to add
Yeah.
it on,
Yeah.
and so that'll probably come later, and these will probably
Oh,
be the
nice.
remnants of that.
Nice.
Yeah.
So this was awesome. Like, this was a game that the Stadia community like helped back in droves. Like,
Oh
I know
yeah.
when it was mentioned here, this is like such amazing support to bring, because it originally wasn't coming to Stadia, and it kind of like people started to ask. This is another example of the community coming together and just be like, we'd love to see this game on Stadia. And sure enough, everyone like just in droves. I backed it as well. And this is the type of merchandise, is like one of a kind type things that my son and I like to collect, gaming things, and this is definitely will go in the cabinet, proud to display, and along with the other gaming merch. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. So I think here we move along. And speaking of Sky Climbers, so we see here it says, save the date, Sky Climbers. We are setting November 11th, 2022 as the target launch date for early access on Steam. And then we see here, I think somebody asked here, he's like, oh man, I don't have a good PC for it. It'll be 5 days after my birthday. Well, they responded here. A Stadia release date will be announced soon as well. Once we are rated by the IRAC, we have our store page up. So it looks like there was another link here. So another people asking here, any news about the beta release on the Stadia channels? Waiting for that rating. So I believe what we saw here is that they're trying to target around the same date for the early access on Stadia as well. So that's kind of good news here. I know Death Alive has been following this as well on that. And let's see, was there anything else? I can't wait to play this on Stadia. And people asking, oh, nice, this is hype and stuff like that. So pretty interesting to see here, and really awesome for more. So merch and potential early access here coming at the end of this year.
Mm-hmm.
So next, I can see Dad Plays Games is in the chat here.
He is.
Yes, can you see the screen? Okay, Aswi?
I can. It's just
Okay.
I've got it up on my own screen because all the technical difficulties today.
Yeah.
I definitely got the brunt of the bad luck today. Anyways,
Oh, boy.
Dad Plays Games really wants to do a 12-hour charity stream for the Vici charity. That's Tim Bergling Foundation. Since it's unfortunately been a year since he lost his sister to mental health. This is for a great cause, and it's a strategy charity stream, which tickles my fancy because the best logo is on there, which is the 100 Days one. But he's also been doing Humankind, Anno 1800, Europa Universalis 4, Stellaris, Dwarf Romantic, which I have heard is one of the most relaxing games ever, and then Heroes 3. When he's going to do it is still to be determined, but I'm sure he will be posting shortly. He does have, if you go down, you can at least see the times he's going to be doing it. So there you go. He's going to be starting with Humankind and ending with Dwarf Romantic.
Yeah, and I think I even saw. Yeah,
Go ahead.
that he, look at this. We got response here from Yves, Broken Arm Games, 100 Days. Would you like some 100 Days keys for a giveaway during the stream? So look at that.
Wow.
All for the charity and things like that. So definitely check out Dad Plays Games here. And I'm going to copy this link and let's see if I can put it into the chat here.
Yeah, and he did confirm that it's going to be on February 26th, his stream.
February 26th. All right. So maybe we can get Dad Plays Games to come on the show in
Oh,
February
yes.
before the stream. We can talk about that and get it hyped up and get that word out there. This is for an amazing, amazing cause. Dad plays games. He also took part, did a video, and talked about how the Stadia community and Stadia have touched his life for Stadiaversary as well. So
Yeah.
a really, really awesome guy and
Amazing
good
guy.
friend.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is great. I just definitely saw that and wanted to add that to our list here. And this is just another mention too. Anybody in the chat, if you're watching, if you ever see something in the community newsworthy or just hey, like this is pretty cool, drop any one of us a line here on Twitter. Let us know. Sometimes we miss things. We try to catch everything that we can, but yeah, definitely let us know. We can help amplify that. And I see Dad Plays Games says he got 5 Stadia keys for 100 days to give away and 1 Anno 1800 Ultimate Edition for PC from Ubisoft
Wow.
Connect. Yeah. Isn't that
Amazing.
awesome? Like, I love that, just to see the community and developers come together for such a great cause. It's so awesome. Okay, so now we're gonna move on here.
Yep. So
Here we go.
Rividel here has found something pretty cool here. So Brazil is one of the 10 largest gaming markets in the world. So it just proved that I think we've seen Stadia starting to rate some games in Brazil and stuff, and I think it's a smart move on their side because as you can see, what Jogando some hit hype has showed here, Brazil is one of the top on top 10 of the gaming countries out there. So it's I think
Yeah.
for Stadia to get it out, it's a very smart move.
Yeah, I think like that was, we'll talk about it later. One of my 3 wishes for Stadia was the country expansion. Brazil on the top of the list, followed by Japan, India, and also Australia as well. South Korea would be amazing, but I don't really think that that's going to happen anytime soon here. But you can see, and same with China. I don't think so. But when you take them out of the equation here, it's in the U.S., Germany, U.K., France, Canada, Italy. So out of the top 10, Stadia is missing from that are really that could be viable here are going to be Brazil and Japan.
Oh yeah.
So hopefully that would be great. I'm pretty sure that there's going to be some expansion here coming in the not too distant future, because it would only make sense, and just expanding that player base is going to be great, and that would just attract more developers too, a wider market for people to buy their games. So more money, more money, more money.
Less problems.
So, less problem. So I see here Gracie in the chat here. Before I mention that, Dad Plays Games is off to bed because he's I think about 6 or 7 hours ahead of us. So thanks so much, friend. We'll talk with you later, and we'll get you on the show in February. Gracie here was talking with Aswi about this some time ago. Hardware in Brazil is so expensive. Stadia would be a huge there indeed. So I know, like, recently Xbox expanded the cloud gaming to Brazil was one of the countries, and they had like amazing response to that. There was even wait times that people were posting to get there. So, just like we've been saying, Gracie here, who originally is from Brazil, she's here, that that the hardware is expensive in Brazil. So this would be another great way to basically expand the market by tons. Like, what is it? The population, Brazil, 214 million, internet population, 160. So would be an awesome expansion there. Let me turn this off here real quick. There we go. And here we go. Malaysia, I said the name right this time. Our good friend Malaysia, he was part of the Summer Community Championships as well. He's doing basically like a gaming marathon. He says, "What? Stadia is still not dead in 2022. I remember people keep making the comment, "Oh, they're calling Stadia Ouya or whatever," and it's like, well, no, now Stadia's lasted longer than Ouya, so shut up. But anyway, so he's joking. Malaysia is jokingly saying, Stadia is still not dead in 2022. Everyone said after SG&E closed, oh, by the end of the year, 6 months, give it, they're going to be dead. Well, guess what? Suck it. Time to do it myself, he says. I will jokingly, proverbially, and literally kill Stadia by finishing all games, completionist style. So Malaysia's going hardcore here in alphabetical order. Check this out. He goes, yes, I'm aware of the impossible, but I will use my limited free time towards this goal. Let's see, this is number 2. Adding in memorandum videos after each kill, as well as a graveyard rankings as I plow on. Feel free to follow along on YouTube and Twitter. Hashtag, what is that? Malik? Malkill Stadia? Yeah, Malkill Stadia. And help me answer the ultimate question. Who will die first, Stadia or Mal?
That's great.
And he says here, I might not even get to complete all Assassin's Creed games this year, so he might not even make it out of the A. Nevertheless, the lineup is insane. Games like Borderlands 3, Baldur's Gate 3, Disco Elysium, Cyberpunk. Can't wait to get this started. First up, A Place for the Unwilling. So this is Malaysia, like I said, going hardcore here. Some tongue-in-cheek stuff. And it was pretty funny. I even see Vivi there. Look at this. He quotes me here. Oh, I didn't get that. It was homie Drew. There we go. Suck it, John Scar, January 14th. Anyway, so check out Malaysia here. Malaysia online on Twitter. He's going through all the Stadia games and quote unquote killing each one by one completionist style. So that was awesome to see and just something noteworthy that we wanted to talk about here. All right, we're going to move on over to the next piece here. And I believe Mr. Aswi is going to be talking about this here. Yes.
Yeah, I saw this pop up. I did actually see the article before I saw it on Twitter, but there's a new fund, Bright Gambit, and they've launched themselves in order to support overlooked game devs and overlooked games. And that's one of the things that comes a bit of an issue, especially if you're a smaller indie developer trying to get, your voice out there. So I think it's made up of people from small devs. One of the more well-known ones is Raw Fury, but also one of the founders of Games Industry Africa. And it was something I've been kind of looking for the funds a bit more because I noticed, this is something I mentioned on another show, I think, was there's a fund that kind of pops up on some of the beginning of certain games, especially ones on Stadia, Kowloon Knights. I believe they funded like 9 to 5. I believe they funded Spiritfarer and a few other games. But if more of these come around, Spiritfarer, and they're also, I believe, funding also She Dreams Elsewhere. Sea of Stars is another one. So this is Kowloon Knights. So seeing some of these funds pop up, and I see Bright Gambit pop up, makes me kind of open my eyes and look a bit. And because Stadia isn't as overpopulated in games as Steam is, I think Stadia is potentially a good platform to launch potentially overlooked games on here so that they can get more life. Like I know, I didn't know when Chicken Police launched. I know this has nothing to do with Kowloon Knights. I had no idea that it was a game that came out a year ago. I saw it and I'm like, oh, it's a new game. And then I started digging into the game. I'm like, no, this came out a year ago on Steam, and never heard of it. But now I'm paying attention because it's on Stadia.
Mm-hmm.
So I think this is, if Bright Gambit starts funding games that get on Stadia, I think it's another spot for them to get seen.
That's awesome. Great news. Great find too. You when we do our little Thursday night meets the day before the show, as we had mentioned this too here, and I thought, that's great and very knowledgeable about it too. So awesome. Thank you. Great find on that. Okay, here.
All right. So the original post of this from Mantis Game, they said, need to help making your games? Well, will wow you with the results. So on this list, you see Stadia porting. So it started, putting some eyes out on people. So original Penguin here says Stadia port. He says any titles that you already imported. So Noisemaker here confirmed they have Epistory, Nanotales, and he was like, oh, and maybe Baldur's Gate 3. So then the interesting part about this is that Mantis Game says, yes, you're correct. But here they're saying also that they are working on titles that we can't disclose yet. So here, Mantis Game has just confirmed that there's even more games coming from Stadia from them that they're porting. So later on they tried to get more information out of them, but I don't think they've answered anything, right? But no, it's cool to see that we're getting some more games out of them, and they were good games. Nanotales was a solid title. So
yeah, it's awesome. And so Mantis Games, MM2K, several months ago, I think maybe in the summer, I don't know if it was, did an interview with Bloody Good Games Review. He, I believe, is the social media manager for Mantis Games, and he interviewed him as well, and they talked about Mantis Games and bringing the ports over, bringing those games over, porting them to Stadia. So this is good to see even more. Like we said here, the further confirmation that they're working on even more titles that they can't disclose yet that they're bringing over to Stadia. So this is just me, nothing, this has been confirmed, where I would assume that these would be titles that haven't been announced yet. Mm-hmm. So, obviously if they were announced, they'd be saying, oh yeah, we're working on, XYZ or whatever. But, so this is interesting. Hopefully we hear about these titles soon, but, yeah, this was awesome. I love Original Penguin here was digging in here. Like you mentioned here, thanks for the great work. Can you disclose how many titles? They're like, the good reporter always tries to get as much information from the source as possible. And this is true. At this point here, getting that information from the source is very important, because we see time and time again, not just for Stadia, but just in general, there's a lot of info put out there that is speculation. People pass off as being true or verified, and it's not. But yeah, definitely get that info from the source. So here we go. Talking about this NinjaGuy X person. About your ongoing series of Stadia short release. So this is lucky number 13th. You did NBA 2K20. So this is an ongoing series here that you have. How often do you have a schedule that you put these out, or is it just when you have time? Or
I used to have a schedule. It was almost like every day, but because of work and that, I had to put a stop. And now it's just whenever I have time, right? So I really, really want to do it to a point where I'll be up to date. So whenever there's a new title that's coming out, then I can release one right away. But I'm working on that. I'm going to try to release them as soon as I can. It's just small segments of the games on Stadia. So I'm just someone who likes stuff in order, right? So what I expect with this list is just people to have a list of that they can see how every game runs on Stadia. So I feel like right now it's just a weird list. But whenever it's completed, it'll make a lot more sense, is all I'm going to say. But yeah, I encourage people to look at the games that I have right now.
That's good. You don't, seeing just a brief glimpse of, something running on Stadia. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
exactly. And they're all in order of release date. So right now I'm still focusing on the November 19th when Stadia came out. So there were a lot of titles, right? So yeah.
So we have a request here in the chat from our good friend Vivi here. Quit your job and provide me with entertainment.
All right.
So he wants you to quit your job so that way, of course, jokingly, so you can get up to date and give him entertainment.
Yeah. All right. I'll live off of my girlfriend's salary, and let's do it.
So I also just wanted to give a shout out here to NinjaGuy X here. You're getting ready to pass 200 subscribers on
Yes.
Whoa.
YouTube. Yeah,
Mhm.
so congratulations on that.
Yeah.
If you haven't already, check out NinjaGuy X. I've got the bot advertising your YouTube page, but let's add that into the chat here. If you haven't already, check out our good friend NinjaGuy X here. Give him a sub. He's got a lot of good stuff on his channel. You've a lot of, like, we see your special stream, your achievement hunting
Yeah.
there with the Stadia Hunter community. So you've got a lot of stuff. You've got some early morning streams that you do as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
Maurice.
so if I'm not passing 200 subscribers soon, I'm gonna be advertising something to give to give a boost on that. So someone has contacted me and wants to collaborate with me, and so I might be uploading some a new show on my stream with someone else.
Nice.
But yeah, it's something I'll advertise as soon as we're ready, and it's
Nice.
something that I'll release after I reach 200 subscribers, and he
Look.
agreed with that, so it's gonna be
Look
cool.
at this. You're at 195. You got it 2 more. We see people already in
Nice.
the chat there. So we just need 5 more subs. You get to 200, and we get to see that juicy,
That new
delicious
show.
secret.
Yeah.
the new show.
Juicy.
Yeah.
Juicy.
But it is juicy. Okay, so here we go. So we're moving along here. We heard Squids talk about Dirt 5 earlier, and we got a little bit of news here. And Asmi's going to walk us through it here.
Yeah. So Lee Redo Baggins has let us know that it doesn't have an exact date yet, but has been told by Codemasters PR that Dirt 5 on Stadia will be patched in early February and will contain everything between patch 4.02 and 6.03, as well as Wild Spirit Supersize and the Red Bull Revolutions content packs. So that's great. We're finally getting some updates on that. And I'm starting to notice more games are starting to reach parity, which is nice. We saw that last year with Outriders, and now we're starting to see it with Dirt 5. So slow, steady progress. And I know Dirt 5, I think Jack in particular on his site has shown that Dirt 5 has been super popular on Stadia.
Yes, yeah. The leaderboards have been growing on that as well. And this is a shout out here to Lee here. He's over at Stadia Source, digging up the dirt, so to speak, on Dirt, right? On Dirt 5.
Nice.
And big thanks to him, because I know a lot of people have been asking about that. So that's good here. Good here to see. So we're going to go ahead and move on over here. NinjaGuy X.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is something that Joe Sim posted this week, and it's very interesting. So he's created a spreadsheet, and I always wanted to see like a list like that somewhere. And finally, he done that a while ago, and I wasn't even aware. So it's just for you guys to know. So there's actually a bunch of lists inside the Stadia website. These are not all actives, but they're all very interesting. So you can see, like, if you want a list of all the deals, then you can click the the deals link and get there right away. So it's very good. The reason why I wanted to see a list like that is because I always wanted to see, like, oh, where's the list for free games? Where's the list for demos? But you can all find them there. So it's really nice, like a nice list. Like I mentioned, some must be like placeholders because they don't all work. But we might see them in the long run. So very interesting. I encourage you guys to put that in your favorite list, and in case you
definitely
want to, get a list.
So I'll go ahead and copy and paste.
Perfect.
Just for the chat here, we'll put that in there. A link to the tweet. Hey Vet, how you doing? So yeah, that's awesome. And you can see that list is super extensive here. Like you mentioned, all the different categories and things like that, deals, pro games, leaving Stadia Pro soon, crowd play, all that awesome stuff. And I noticed over here, look at interesting categories, as you mentioned, placeholders here popular on YouTube, most wish, most gifted. That's maybe one of the wishes that I might have put in there for our 3 wishes from Stadia. So that's awesome. Yeah, great find on
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Okay. And we've noticed here a Twitter account is just about maybe a month old.
Yeah.
Is this game in the cloud? So you can see here it says, in a time where consoles are hard to get, we want to let consumers know what games can be played no matter what hardware they have. DM for submissions. Now, I'm not sure who's behind this account, but it's pretty cool here. We can see, and they do all platforms here. It gives you an idea of the games. So we have GeForce Now, there's Xbox Cloud Gaming, Rainbow Six Extraction, Stadia, GeForce Now, Amazon Luna, Xbox Cloud Gaming, all that good stuff. So this is a cool account to follow and check out because it just posts like Death Carnival. It talks about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge. Hasn't been announced for any cloud gaming platform at this time, so maybe that helps drum up. You can see they've tag.mu and Tribute Games as well.
Yeah,
So
I like that they bring up games that are not on the cloud too, right? So just to give like a small nudge to these guys.
Yeah. So this is awesome. Like this is like if you're really into cloud gaming and things like that, this is a great place to you may even be able to find out games that you didn't even realize that were in the cloud. So it's on Twitter. It's at is cloud in. Wait, at is game in cloud. Oh my gosh! I better go ahead and copy and paste that into the chat as well.
I was just about to do that, but yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, it's a tongue twister for me. Yeah, it's just it's so awesome. So next in our community news here, Scarlett over at Stadia Source here. I'll let as we mentioned a little bit about this here.
These sweaters are awesome. She just designed them and I saw them. I was like, oh wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I can't wear the white one. I tend to attract stains when the white one I wear anything white and I spill on myself. So I would definitely get the black one. If you can actually John, can you go to her main page because she actually added an extra comment. Like she added an extra post.
Oh, on her ETSY page or her Twitter?
On her Twitter page.
Okay. So let's.
So if you go to her page.
Yep. Oh, okay.
Yeah. So she said, "I'll be making these into controller colors as well, same patterns, but in Wasabi Founder white and black."
No way. That's cool.
Yeah. So she says she might be having too much fun with it. So.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I want to know when can we buy them? And Gracie, this might be a good place to put the stickers. Just saying.
Yeah. So I'm going to put a link to her ETSY in here. These are Canadian prices, so I'm sure in the US it's going to be a little bit different. She mentions here that orders take between 8 to 10 business days to ship out. I see I went in there saying doesn't ship to Europe. Unfortunately, but yeah, these are awesome. I've seen like so many different people asking about them. Look, there's Joe saying no way. Link TV as well. Like a lot of people, and we saw that there and thought it's like, wow, this is pretty cool. You mentioned her there. She retweeted it as well. Yeah, but these are awesome. Stadia inspired light mode and dark mode hoodies. So got the link in the chat. We'll make sure to add the link in the description as well, so that anybody watching this after not live video on demand will be able to find out here. Scarlett _stream on Twitter, and we got her ETSY posted in the chat there. Check out, she's got some other cool stuff as well. Kind of just do like a brief thing. Look, she does a whole bunch of a whole bunch of different stuff here. Home decor. Look, here's some more. The hoodies, cups, you name it. Pretty much, she's got all these different cool, different designs. T-shirts. I know she does woodwork as well. Let's Gaming Source Network logo T-shirt. I actually bought before they switched over from Stadia Source. Got like a Stadia Source T-shirt from that she designed as well. So that's pretty awesome. So shout out to Scarlett there, and to give her ETSY or Etsy. I don't know, however people want to pronounce it. I'm bad at pronouncing things. So Etsy, check out her Etsy shop here, and give her a follow on Twitter, Scarlet_stream. Got some pretty cool stuff. So that's going to bring us up to the last bit of community news here. Vivi say, stop showing us. We can't buy them. Well, you know what? If there is anybody over in the UK, over in Europe, that really, really wants one of these hoodies and is willing to pay the shipping, I'll definitely buy them, get them shipped here, and then ship them over to you at no additional cost. So, if you really, really want it bad, hit me up, send me a DM, Discord, Twitter, or an email, and we can work it out. And I'm sure put a couple of smile on people's faces over the pond, on the other side of the pond, right? Something like that is what they say.
Good guy, John.
Yes. So let's talk our good friend here, controversial name, the way that you pronounce it. Inlead. I'm going with that. So we're talking about the survey that was in this week on Stadia blog post, and says, so Stadia granted us 3 wishes. I analyzed more than 1,000 responses on social media, and here's the summary. Again, here's the disclaimer that these aren't official results, but a momentary reflection of replies from Twitter, Reddit, Discord, Facebook, what have you. So this is pretty cool here. Wishes for Stadia, social media summary. So you can see games. He's broken it down into subcategories as well. Games was number 1, which he saw 45.4%, and specifically in that category, about 17% were AAA games, 11% was just more games, 5% 4K 60, 4% partnerships, 3% cloud native, crossplay patches, more diversity, pro games, and mod support. So it's interesting to see. And again, the disclaimer, this isn't official results. These are based upon momentary results that InLead found here. It went over 1,000 on social media. Hardware was another wish there. Server upgrades, country expansion. That was my number 1 wish, was country expansion. And then games was number 2. Look, we can see here more devices, stream quality, keyboard and mouse support at 1% there. Another wish here, communication, roadmap 8.4%, marketing 5%, more info 3%. Hey, Stadia Connect, those 1.3% people. Hopefully they're watching our Stadium Connect North.
Yeah,
that's the filler there. And look at this. People won't leave poor Mr. Harrison Phil alone. 0.6%. For some reason, they want Phil to be vocal on Twitter and social media about it. But that's interesting here to see. Front end UI, cloud features, UI updates, stream front end, YouTube integration,
Nice.
Sale info, others. Look at this, more wishes, world peace, a unicorn. So people being silly, just silly willy. And again, Inley here has put the top 5 wishes here: AAA games, more games, server updates, the roadmap, and cloud features. So I thought it was very, very interesting to see this, and it kind of leads into maybe an open discussion that we have here. I'm not sure, Ninja and Asby, are you comfortable in sharing with what your 3 wishes were?
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
Okay,
I
so
don't know if I can remember them completely. I
Well,
forgot. I
okay. Well, we'll kind of just go there. For me, it was the country expansion, the AAA games, and then gifting. Gifting games to
Yeah.
others was my third wish. Um,
I'm surprised
because
that it's
that's
not there. Yeah.
yeah. So, but I mean, if you think about it too, there's other platforms as well that you can't gift on either. But I really do think that would be awesome to see you to be able to gift a game to somebody. I know it'd be great in streams like this, or our other streams there that you can gift games. I see in the chat here, Fletcher saying one thing I asked for is 1440p stream. So Fletch, you can actually on some games they do offer. You have to do the direct streaming from Stadia. Some games have the 1440p and also 4K straight from the server. So enough of me talking here. I think Ninja, what were your three wishes?
Yeah, so two of my wishes are there and one isn't there. So my first wish was a roadmap because also just to let you know, like these wishes are all stuff that I want, but I don't know if it would be wise to put them. But yeah, the first one would be a roadmap. The second one would be what did I put again? I'm trying to think here.
Yep.
So,
see, it's not that easy.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Oh yeah. So a Stadia Connect was my 2nd wish because
Okay.
every year it would be very cool and have some hype on a Stadia Connect would be very cool. And my last one was drum roll. I'm just trying to
remember.
Yeah.
Juicy.
And so it's actually so more open on game releases. So just not showing the game release like the day prior or having actual dates on games.
Oh, okay, that's interesting. Yeah, all valid and good.
Yeah.
So okay, what about as we here?
So I got some extra time, so I didn't have to fumble like Ninja did. I do remember them now. So the first one was more games, but I was specific that I want more unique titles. I don't it's great if we get Call of Duty. I think Call of Duty should be on there, sure. Mostly because it's such a massive file size. But like I want more unique games, something that brings something different. So when like 9 to 5 came out on early access, I was like, oh, I probably wouldn't have looked this up or even played it, but now I played it and I've kind of fallen off it a bit right now, but I hear new game modes are coming, so that's something. And then you have another on the other side of the spectrum. You have one hand clapping, which is really unique.
Yes.
My second wish was to have more partnerships, not necessarily just for gaming, but just more partners on just to show us more what they're doing on the side as well, how else they're trying to integrate Stadia into other things. I wasn't too specific on that one, but my last wish was and now I forgot it.
You should have written it down.
No.
Well, you know what?
Sorry. No, I got it.
You
Sorry.
got it.
So to allow their partners, their current partners, and their new partners to use their cloud-based systems to make something cloud native. They don't have to be the ones who do it, but if they, form a particular partnership with a particular developer, have them build something strictly for the cloud.
Nice.
Yeah.
So I see there's a lot of good stuff in the chat here. So I want to highlight some of the comments here. We'll start up here. So I was saying about think Fletch means 1440p on your end for your screen. So like how you have that option of 1080p and 4K. Okay, that totally makes sense. Yeah, that would be good. Yeah, to have that option there. Fletch saying that his other two were roadmap and more AAA and AA games. And interesting, this is where it starts to get juicy.
No,
Gracie saying yes, but roadmaps depend on publishers, though. So we know that Gracie works with various different partners and publishers. So she makes another comment here as well. Actually, we're going to go to Vivi first here. Vivi saying the roadmap is not something I want. Releasing a roadmap would be suicide. A game release plan would be great, though.
Yeah.
And And I know you kind of mentioned that too, Ninjas. Like this is stuff you wish for, but it might not be smart. And I think that's what
Yeah, it's kind
you
of a
were
selfish
referring
wish,
to.
right? Like I was
Yeah.
like, I'm just gonna do wishes for myself, and like not what other people think. But
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
reality, I feel like it's maybe
Well,
not
and I
a good
think
idea.
Gracie makes a good point here. She's like, yes, Vivi, people keep asking for this, but then if they add a roadmap and some games are delayed, they would also crucify the platform. And I think we've seen this happen before. Initially, uh, John Justice, when he was there, they were very open about things and they were talking about it, negative latency and the technology behind it and some of the things that we'll see in the future. And people in the media just absolutely tore them apart for it. They talked about, remember when Stadia was introduced at GDC, they were talking about these different features. And then when Stadia launched, they weren't all available and people were just they went nuck and futz. I'll say that they went nuck and futz over it. And so I think now that Google keeps things really close to their vest, really close to them as far as features and things like that. So that makes a really good point here. But yeah, definitely. I think like it would be cool to see if like on the blog, we could see like games releasing this month, like the first blog post of
Yeah.
every month, like that would be good. Or games that are coming within the next couple of months. I know we see some that say, games coming soon and stuff like that. Um, let's see here, more roadmap stuff.
Yeah, I
So,
can see. I got some.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I was gonna. Do you want to go ahead and read that one, Ninja? That way, I'm not hogging everything.
Well, actually, first, Asmi, what were you about to say?
Oh no, I was about to. I don't know which one you're about to read, but I was going to read one. But you go ahead, Ninja.
Okay.
Okay.
So I can't see says, "Hey, Mindware communication akin to others games industry entities, two same as one, but marketing and straight multi-platform games that people want." So that are
Okay.
good wish. Actually, it's very
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I was
Okay.
going to read I ones, which was he wanted better UI with sorting, yearly subscription plan, which is the one I actually find really interesting. It'd be nice to just put plop down for a year, and maybe a plan for just for the 4K or just pro game. So breaking it out into more tiers would be nice as well.
The only thing I think that would be good, but people already are confused, which I
Yes.
don't know why, about like, oh, well, you have to have a subscription for Stadia. So I think maybe at this point in the life cycle, it might be more confusing than helping. Maybe down the road, I could see, them breaking, those tiers up. But I don't know. I mean, like it might just be negligible. Like, what would you charge for 4K and what would you charge for pro games? Like it only might be like a couple of dollars difference when you get down to it. Then you've got to manage all these different subscriptions and things like that. But it's valid requests here.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah, I'm more.
More.
I of those, I'd like the yearly subscription option though, where you just plop down. I'm in for a year.
Yeah. I would love the year subscription. Clive's in the chat here saying roadmap is an internal document, not for public. And that's exactly. Obviously, they know. We got a hint of it last year. Remember, they talked about some UI updates that were upcoming and things like that. So those are things that are just a couple of months out. Remember when the Chromecast with Google TV came out and they said, okay, well, we'll add Stadia to it by the summer of such and such. Well, that was a topic of conversation for months on end. Come on, summer's coming, June's here, and things like that. So, you're darned if you do, if you're darned if you don't. You really can't win, right? Like either way, that's some of the things. So let's see what else here.
And it's normal, right? Like like Clive says, the public press right now, like the popular journalism, they take everything so negatively of Stadia, so it's hard to release anything like that.
Yeah, they put their own spin on things, and negativity gets eyes to it, right? Like if you look at in general, the more things that are going to get click and eyes on it, and that's why you see almost every article from the media always refers to, well, last year or earlier this year they closed us, SG&E, so it's a constant reminder about back to
Oh
this,
my gosh.
right.
Yeah.
It could be like, oh, Stadia is coming out with, there's 45 games on Stadia Pro. But
Yeah.
remember last year they closed the internal studios, and now they've
Oh
refocused
my
to
gosh.
B2B. And some of the stuff that you see there is just like, do you
Yeah.
even read or follow? Like that goes back to what we were talking about there, when Original Penguin was asking Mantis Games, and there was that comment there. Get your information from the source so that
Mhm.
it's accurate, right? Confirm everything. You don't always have to be the first person to report something. It's better to be accurate and correct, so that
Mhm.
you have that information. Because you think about it, I could just imagine like the people at Google inside are just probably like so frustrated, and the conversations that go on is just like ridiculous here.
Yeah,
So
exactly. I know
yeah,
what you mean. Like when I saw that journalist reference that, I was like, "Are you kidding me? You're still like stick to that? Like it's been so
yeah,
long." Like, oh
right.
man. Anyway, so yeah,
Yeah, it's just like keep harping on it. And
yeah,
Vivi here is like they have announcements of upcoming games and features, but it's not a roadmap. So
yeah. Mhm.
that makes sense. I really do think that it's just because the cloud gaming in general, although it has been around for a little while, it's just starting to pick up steam, quote unquote, popularity. So, it's really early in this mass adoption. So we aren't going to see the same things like we see with the consoles for Xbox, PlayStation, and Nintendo, like those constant things. Like, and as much as I love the Stadia Connects that we had, I think they kind of realized that, at this point they're not ready for it, so I would be okay with right now, maybe like every 6 months, like some type of like mini Stadia Connect, right? Something
Yeah,
like that, just like a little video on, say, hey, this is what's being worked on or whatever. But then I do realize too, like uh what Gracie was saying there, it's you have to rely on partners and things
yeah.
like that.
But
So
what you're saying though, it leads to what Fletch is saying right after Vivi. He says, "I
mhm,
don't mind no roadmap, but
mhm.
just be cool to hear if EA games are coming, etc." So that's
Yeah,
exactly it, right? Like we just
right,
want to
yeah.
uh,
Yeah,
see these kind of things
and
every
and,
yeah.
and
week.
go,
Go
go
ahead.
ahead, Asby. No, you go ahead, Asby.
The Nintendo does that to some degree. I know they have like bigger everything, but they will have their directs and something, and then they'll just plaster out, "Hey, these are the games that are coming
Right.
summer," and then they don't have a
Yeah.
date.
Right.
Or then they will
Right.
throw a date. So I think it's just one of those things where we're waiting to see for like that regular drip fed
Yeah. Right.
content
Yeah,
as opposed to,
Yeah.
all right, I'm looking at TWS, no new games. Well, that
yeah,
was that was no good. I'm out.
yeah,
Right.
And then,
Yeah.
go on a long
Exactly.
tirade that I'm leaving Stadia. Everyone needs to know I was a day one founder.
Yeah.
I bought every game and
Yeah.
now nothing, and I'm out.
Yeah. Well, I think also this too, Fletcher's, as we brought up here, hearing about EA games, I remember that John Justice had the interview right before or right after Stadia launched with Bill at Stadia Cast. And that was, one of the questions they asked about EA games. And John Justice said, well, yeah, they are working on stuff, but it's up to them to announce it.
Mhm.
So I think for some reason we look for Google to announce these things instead of the publishers themselves. Like really, we should be asking EA, like, what are you doing? Are you going to be announcing these? Like, it's not really Google's responsibility to
right.
announce these
Mhm.
new games. Like, you don't think, if you look at PlayStation and Xbox, they mostly announce their own
Yeah.
studio games as being new games. They're not really announcing other of their other partners or studios is saying, oh, this is a brand new games that's coming, or you can expect these. They might sometimes, but for the most part they don't. So I think it's just an unrealistic expectation. Like, we want to go to one place for all our source. Well, it is kind of cool. It would be awesome if they could do that, but really we should be asking EA, let us
Right.
know, what are you working on for Stadia? We're interested, let us know. So let's see, we're going down
Slap
here.
those logos on those trailers.
Yeah,
Yes,
exactly.
Just put the logos on the
otherwise-
trailers. Don't do anything else. Have a mass trailer for every platform and just give us the Stadia logo. Just plop it in there.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, there we go. I see Rebellico's asking something from the Sims franchise.
Yeah.
That would be awesome on Stadia, because we know that they've made Sims games for consoles that use controller, right?
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
So, and with Stadia, you can use the mouse and keyboard as well. So that would be a plus.
A perfect
So who knows?
game, yeah.
Maybe EA is working on that. I mean, that Sims is a ultra popular franchise. Who knows? We don't know, right?
It's not out of the box for sure, yeah, because all things are pointing that it could be possible, Yeah.
Yeah. So there's a whole Vivi is just some
Oh, yeah.
of his comments. I love this one here. I want them to reopen SG&E, but secretly not hire any people into it. Leave it for 2 years and then close it again. Yeah, tell Jade Raymond we want you back, but you're not going to do anything here. It's just so funny. But let's see, Roger here. Roger makes some good points here. Folders, server upgrades, and 4K on free financed with ads.
What?
Okay,
that's interesting.
Well, yeah, that makes sense, because Amazon Luna has, when you're launching a game, it'll have little ads as it's launching there. So that might be an interesting option, that you get the 4K resolution with a few ads as the game's launching. I think that's a feasible feature. But then again, I'm sure that if they did that,
complaints
people would
everywhere,
be,
right?
high from the mountains about how
Yeah.
horrible it is and things like that.
Even Vivi in the chat right now, he's like, "No, please, no ads."
Yeah,
I think it would be I think it'd be hilarious if they added the ad spectrum though from like Spotify. It's like you get 30 minutes free and then ads. Like, all right, I'm about to get to the boss fight. He's about to beat me. Oh no, and I have ads.
Well, yeah, like while you're playing the game, imagine that. Like,
yeah, it just pauses. It doesn't pause. It's still playing, and then you're dead.
No.
I mean, what I love about Stadia too is, regardless if you're free or on the paid tier, is like you're never having to wait. There's no queue to get in for playing your games. It's like you launch it and you're there. Now, sure, stuff like maybe Destiny 2 on the server, when they launched crossplay, it was like on their end, it was super backed up and things like that. But I love that you could just go in there and just launch your game and get ready to play, and it's fun like that. So it's really interesting to see the different comments and stuffs like that as well in the chat here. I see Fletch mentioned something like, I don't mind subtle ads on Xbox where it's in the UI, as in the small tile, but not huge ads. So that's interesting. I forgot about that too. Xbox has those ads on the dashboard as well, and no one seems to bat an eye about that. So it's kind of interesting.
Vivi makes a good point on that. You buy games on Stadia. You don't buy videos on YouTube. So you've purchased the game. Why are you subjecting yourself to watch something?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's true. I mean, it's true. But I was just saying that's something I could see that would be a possibility.
Yeah.
I don't think like this early in the game that they would do that, but who knows? You never know what's in the pipe there. So that was very interesting. I'm gonna go ahead and close this now, and there we go. We got all set together here, and our ghost with the most co-host as we.
Co-ghost, yes.
Yeah, co-ghost.
Ooh, juicy.
Yeah.
Wow. So here we are, another amazing episode. Episode 13 has definitely been exciting here, from the technical difficulties
Ugh.
to all the great chat and news and community news that we've been talking about here. And I really do look forward to doing these shows every week here. It's
Oh, man. I
so
love it.
awesome. And I like chatting, like in the chat, just getting people's ideas and no person's wrong or right ever, just sharing the ideas and sharing the news and all
Yeah.
that good stuff. So
And
it's
maybe we should do
fantastic.
like a roadmap on, our future shows and
Yes,
right?
we'll get a roadmap for the show.
Yeah.
How far in the future do you want the roadmap for the next 20
At least
years?
2 years.
Or
Yeah, 20 years. Yeah. There you go.
20
Yeah.
years.
Yeah.
Perfect.
God.
Perfect.
20. Look at this. Even Gracie wants the roadmap here. You
For
know what,
Stadium
Gracie?
Connect.
Wow.
We will give you a roadmap for Stadium Connect North if you can somehow get a Stady plushie into our hands. We will
Yeah.
come up with an official document here
Yeah.
for that.
But until
So,
then, it's NDA. Like nobody
yes, yeah,
can
and
see it.
nobody,
Yeah.
only us three here will know what's going on.
Yep.
So I can see as we wind down here, the bot's advertising. NinjaGuy X is
Right.
giving away a $25 Google Play gift card via PayPal. Just type in hashtag NinjaGuyX over on my channel here, youtube.com/fourscarsgaming, and hit enter for your chance to win. What we're going to do here now, well, I've read that off. The stickers. Yeah, stickers would be awesome. Stady stickers. I would definitely pay for Stady stickers.
Yeah.
Let us know. I will get Stady stickers out the wazoo.
I'll put them on my car. My car. I'll put them on my car.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
Car, laptop,
Yeah.
whatever, wherever we have it. So let me take a look here. The good old giveaway bot. So I'm over here on the bot screen, and I can see we have quite a few people entered into the giveaway. So listen for your name here. There's 38 eligible users is what it's telling me here. Holy macanoli. There we go. Serena, the Snuggie, Stadia Snuggies. That would be awesome.
Nice.
Okay. Oh, there's our good friend X Predator. Hey, how you doing, buddy?
Hey.
I haven't saw him for a while.
Fred.
I don't know if he was in the chat earlier. Winstar, Ben Jacobs. So many people here. Thank you all so much, everybody. Okay, here we go. I'm going to go down the list here. AH, Aswi, Ben Jacobs, Bjorn, BX Latino Heat, Clive, Crow, Dad Plays Games, Daniel White, Danny, Exception, Gracie, Granite, hashtag Media Guy, my homie Drew, I can't see, in lead, I1, KBJ, Lewis, the Legend Gaming, Lord Vivek, Lukey 6, Metal Wolf, Miss T22, the one that only Mr. Bayram plays, all the way from the UK, Paul. NinjaGuy X is in. Maybe when you were
What?
typing, it shows that
whoops.
you're in here. Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah,
don't worry.
yeah.
I win.
Yep. No, I took you out. Patrick,
Okay.
Pycon Fusion, Fletch, Rebellica, Roger, the Rooster, Cockadoodle-Doo, Squids here, the man with many, many tentacles, Vet Cloud Gaming, Vivi, Windstar, Zinhood, X-Predator, and Zarina. So,
Hey, John, is my
yes.
name in there?
It is.
Take
I
it
see
out.
your name.
I didn't.
Okay.
I did not. I might have done it by accident. That's weird.
Oh, yeah, strange. Who knows? Okay, yep. So
Rigged.
there we go.
Yeah.
So if you did not hear your delicious name called,
Juicy.
now's your chance to enter Lofi Monk. Let's see. Now's your chance to enter. Yep, you are now entered here. Now's your chance to enter. We aren't going to drag this on that much longer. It's already getting to be close to 7 p.m. here, 8 p.m. for NinjaGuy X, and I'm sure over Germany, Gracie, it's probably 1 a.m, something like that.
Mhm.
And for everybody else over wherever you're watching, thank you so much. I'm just buying a little bit of time here to get people in. Hashtag NinjaGuy X. All right. We're going to roll it. We are going to roll it. Mr. Juicy Plays. That's Paul. That's what he says. I'm going to change it to Mr. Juicy Plays.
Wow.
All righty.
Juicy.
Okay. That's right. It's juicy.
Juicy.
All right. So here we go. So this is the way it's going to go. I'm going to hit the roll it button. Yeah, Gracie's saying it's 1 a.m. there. Grace, I'm so flabbergasted here. I'm going to hit the roll it button, and if you see your name, we're gonna shout out the person's name here, and you have to respond. We're going to give you 60 seconds to respond to claim your prize. So here we go. Fingers crossed, toes crossed.
Good luck,
Spin
everyone.
around in a circle. Yeah, good luck, everybody. How do we say good luck en français?
Bonne chance.
Bon chance.
Yeah, there we go.
Bon chance.
Bon chance, mon ami. So we're multilingual here, right? We support every different language, even if we don't know how to speak it. We support you. Okay,
Yes.
here we go. I see Ben's got his fingers crossed. All right, enough of my shenanigans here. Here we go. Let's roll it. Here goes the dice. Our winner is Rebellica.
What? She keeps winning. It's rigged.
Rebellica, you've won. You've got 60 seconds to respond in the chat before we pick somebody else. Bon chance. We're up to 15 seconds.
Oh, she answered there.
Rebellica. Oh, there we go.
There she is.
Nice.
Woo! Congratulations, Rebellica. Hit up my man, NinjaGuy X. Check him
The
out.
guy.
And you know what? We haven't, we've done some giveaways here. Even if you didn't win, we do appreciate it. There's going to be more giveaways coming. Definitely. We've got some stuff planned here. 6-month Stadia Pro giveaway. That's going to be coming up. We've got some games as well. So keep a watch, and we're going to have probably a special guest for next week as well. So
Yeah.
we'll see how that goes. But other than that, I think we're going to wrap it up here as we roll into the weekend here.
Yeah,
And
so Rebellica, just DM me your email, and I'll get that giveaway to you whenever you're ready. No rush.
yeah. So I remember when we were talking, NinjaGuy, I think you're expecting some snow this weekend, or
Oh my gosh, yeah, I can hear the wind right now. It's very stormy right now. We're expecting 15 to 30 centimeters of snow. I think by the time I
Holy
wake up tomorrow,
mackerel.
it'll be done. So it's going to be a bunch of snow over here.
Wow. I think aren't we supposed to get some snow here in the Toronto area Sunday? I think so.
Yeah.
I think so.
Except before that, we get tomorrow, which is going to be minus 30. That's nice.
Wow.
It's always
bone
nice.
cold. Yeah, bone cold, and then it warms up a bit to snow. So figure that one
Yeah.
out. Who knows? Right?
Woohoo!
Yeah. All right. So before we go here, I just want to see hashtag Media Guy goes next week. Rebellica wins control of Four Scars YouTube channel, Lock, Stock, and
Of
Barrel.
course.
No, everything is, as everybody knows here, it's 100% random. It's just the bot just randomly chose everybody there. So thank you again, everybody. We're going to head out here. We really do appreciate all of your support. Take care and have a wonderful evening and weekend. We'll see you guys all again real soon. Thank you so much.
Have a good one, guys. See ya.
Bye-bye.